let's do a cheers to the Sobey's and Safeway Liquid Beer of the Week podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's Matt Static, AM Radio. It's the Cool Bed Red Hot Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromella intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack a 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites.
All right, 6:24 in the morning. What's going on, everybody? As they say in the business, better late than never. Edmonton Sports Talk is now streaming off my phone's Wi-Fi, and we will see how it goes. Shaw, you're a joke, and we're going to have to figure that out right away.
I said we call him on the air. Get him on the air, get him on the show.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I know the show starts at 6. It's 6:25. This is why we need to stream The Office, because you would have seen me in a full-blown meltdown over by the router.
Destroying a router.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we paying for?
Well, if it's not going to do its job, it might as well get the hell out of here.
Drives me nuts. All right, anyway, if you're watching over on YouTube today, I don't care. Give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs up. I don't even care right now. Like, I'm so furious at everything. 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. The Nielson Show is live on TuneIn, iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and, of course, right here on YouTube. To be honest with you, the thumbs up would probably go a long way today.
It would really help.
It
would really help. Yeah.
David in the Darkness says, your internet is with Shaw, owned by Rogers. You're a former and current Bell employee and stole Reed from Chorus. You're ripe for the corporate espionage.
Yeah, you're getting
is that what it is?
Twisted in every single direction.
That's what Marshall said yesterday. He asked me, we were driving. I don't know if we were going to power skating or home from power skating, but he goes to me, he goes, Daddy, how's the internet? I said, well, buddy, it was a little frustrating today. He goes, do you think that it was hacked? I said, well, it might have been hacked. And then he had a couple of suggestions. I'll tell you after the show. But he was pretty on point. He was pretty on point yesterday. The kid just gets it.
Like that movie Hackers.
Lucas is in and says, hello, it's Lucas, your TELUS technician. Luke, I don't know what we're supposed to do around here. What doesn't make sense is the router, we reset it. It came up white. And then Maddie has it plugged into some other Wi-Fi distributor. That thing says on it, you have no internet. Check with your ISP, which is Internet Service Provider. Yet on my laptop, I'm connected to that very Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. We'll have to get to the bottom of it, or that router's going to be thrown off the top of the building after the show today.
Just another one of Matt Iwanek's tests while he's on vacation, hey? I mean, that's what this all is. He goes away, and we're like rats running through a maze here.
He's 10 minutes from the office. Come in and fix the internet. Mind you, I don't think this is any of us situation. I mean,
no, yeah.
I'm going to have to call the number on the modem immediately following the show.
Yeah, and as Rob from the Grove says, it'll take you 8 hours. So, I mean, maybe
I
we
don't got
start
8 hours
now.
today.
No, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can. It'll be the call show. We'll have them on hold for the entire show. Maybe get to them in the lock shop, eh?
Jimmy O is in and says, guys, what if Will Fraser is right about the dirty power? The router is being affected by the dirty power.
I missed this. What's he
So
talking about?
Fraser
Dirty
had
power?
a theory on
course he
Tuesday
did.
because the board cut out on Tuesday. Briefly, we figured that problem out. Trev and I solved that earlier in the week, and it's been good since. We haven't had that issue since. But yeah, Fraser claims dirty power. I still don't understand what he was saying, but it was an interesting theory.
Raj says, Dusty, you are a handyman. You fixed it. I mean, again, you put a space heater next to that router and things can happen. Magic happens, eh? Maybe that just heat it up a bit.
Pretty much. I mean, that's kind of what we had. That's kind of how we got it going. All right. If you are on TuneIn, if you are on iHeart, you are on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. The Edmonton Oilers picking up the victory last night on the road. As I said earlier in our very brief dysfunctional show that we had getting going, are they ever going to lose on the road? This team was built to win on the road. Veteran teams win on the road. That has to be the case.
No, it has to be the case. And as somebody texted in before we went off, Brett Kulak, more like Bobby Orr.
That was a really good text. Was that Dr. J?
I'm going to look for it right now. But
I think it was Dr. J because I think I wrote it down for possible text.
Real good.
All right, the Nielson Show is brought to you by South Fort Chevrolet, where their internet is way better than ours. 100%. www.southfortchev.com. Go out, see Daniel and his family-friendly team at South Fort Chev. I don't know what excites me more. The $1,000 extra on your extra dollar credit on your trade-in, if you tell them you listen to us, or the fact that they'll beat any price you can get anywhere else. Now, you got to come with like a quote. You can't roll in and be like, hey, I can get one of these Silverados in town for $12,000.
Word of the mouth?
Like,
You're not bringing word of the mouth to the table there.
Daniel's not just going to be like, okay, 11.5. You got to show up with some respectability there, I think. So, www.southfortchev, presenting sponsor of the Nielson Show. I'll lay out the show for you. We got an update coming up right away. We got the Orange and Blue Breakfast coming up right away. We'll get back to the McDavid goal song. Jonty did send a shortened, tightened up version of the Atif Turn Your Headlights On song.
Yes.
How was last night?
It was great.
Last night?
I want to say again into the Romperoo mirror, William Mikespear, good to see you and your wife.
William Mikespear.
Of course, Jay, Jocelyn, Jay's dad, John. We had Francis. We had Atif. We had Fergie's prostate out there. We had Twitter Mary and her husband Dave as well.
Dave was there.
Who had the jersey locked up for the better part of the second half.
No.
The square was on Mary. The square then switched to Dave. And then later on, Carson won at the final breath. Mr. James
Because of that
Pedersen
late
himself.
touchdown?
Yeah, the late touchdown.
The Cedric Wilson touchdown.
Yeah, a wild night both in the NFL. Of course, we had the Major League Baseball going. How about those Guardians, eh? And, of course, the Oilers with the big win. Teeing up a big one. Dallas Stars also losing last night. First of the season.
What was the final in that one?
4-3, 3-2. The tight one against the Caps.
All right. I can't wait for that
3-2.
game.
Yeah.
Saturday,
Oh, yeah.
Saturday afternoon. It's going to be good. Tommy will be back at Hudson's this time on Bourbon Street.
Bourbon.
West Edmonton Mall. Go see Tommy. Pre-game show. GCL Diesel pre-game show will get going at 1 o'clock on Saturday. So that's coming down the pipe as well. Your morning announcements out the window. Congratulations, Shaw/Rogers
Shaw.
Internet. You destroyed the morning announcements, which was for 100.3 The Bear, a Bell-driven company. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Timing is very peculiar there.
What is this? The ownership of MLSE? Vicious battle all along. Morning after show will be coming up next. Crack Pack locked and loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, Upper Deck Series 1 came out on Wednesday.
We cracked these these scores as well, eh?
Score bars. I'm going to finally try a score bar. I approved of the Blizzard.
Yep.
Who brought these two last night?
Jocelyn, who searched
well
near and far. She said very hard to find a score bar these days. Didn't go to a convenience store, but she went to a grocer and that type of thing. But yeah, checked out a couple places. So thank you, Jocelyn.
Are we running on a score bar shortage right now?
Is
that a thing?
You got some gold in your hand here.
That concerns me. So I meant so many great things to open in the 6 o'clock hour. This is gonna be a lot of fun today. Chris Johnston's gonna join us just after 7 o'clock this morning. We will get to that. Well, I've got an NFL teaser I got a teaser you're going to like. Dusty's teaser.
You got the fanny pack around here,
Dusty's,
too,
I'm going to do fanny picks after the show today. Anyway, I got a nice little NFL 5-game teaser I'm going to lay out for you today. EST Flyway to Los Angeles, that keyword coming up around 7:25 this morning. 7:30 today, the Fan Zone.
Fan Zone.
Here's what we got for the Fan Zone today. Are you worried about PP1?
What about PK?
I just feel like their PK is going to be a little disjointed most of the season. But are you worried about PP1? Reed Wilkins replied to me last night and said, Dustin, I am not worried about PP1.
Interesting.
So good answer. But we'll get to that just after 7:30 today. That's good. Coming up as well for the Italian Center. Kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. We got tickets to that Whale and the Wolf show going down this weekend. 8:30 today. That hurts. Beer of the week. Sawback Brewing from Red Deer. We're gonna catch up with them.
Couple
Scott,
hats, couple shirts.
What? Hats and shirts.
A handful of beers.
What a time to be alive. I love when somebody drops off the flat for beer of the week.
Yeah.
Because our beer fridge is working overtime right now. Our beer fridge is UC Saros in the first period last night. Like it's under fire.
It misses Scott Laurie dearly.
Yeah. Well, somebody suggests. Well, The Godfather was in yesterday. The Godfather, T-Roy, Dusty, you know what you need in the corner. I said, what's that, Godfather? And he said, you need a fridge like you'd see at a corner store. You know, like a clear, big sort of cooler.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one of those old-timey ones, the bubble one, and it's got the big handle, and you kind of, not too big, but just,
a medium
kind of
size.
a fatter one. A fatter,
glass fridge.
Yeah.
Because we must have, how many beers do we have sitting outside the beer fridge right now? 100?
More than are inside.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we'll try to get that sorted out at
It's nice to outgrow your initial fridge, though. I think it's a sign of progress.
Yeah, it's a year 2 thing.
Yeah.
We've outgrown the initial fridge, and it's pretty important to us. All right, on the way, the Good Morning After Show, as the Edmonton Oilers get by the Nashville Predators. We're cracking some packs as well. If you need a conch this morning, I wish there was an anti-conch. I'd give an anti-conch out to our internet
Play it
provider
backwards.
today. Hey, I don't even know. Watch this. I'm going to do this. Let's see if I can pull this off. Oh, this conch goes out to Rogers and Shaw. No, that just worked regularly. I was gonna try.
Take it back.
Ooh,
you suck.
Where's that from, Trev?
Oh, he's got the board.
Yeah, I'm just joking. No, I think Zach put it in there.
I was gonna try this. Let me try this one more time.
Oh, look at LeBron! Not with the right. He throws it down with the left hand.
Boom. All right, coming up, biggest story of the night in sports. Dalton Connect goes off for 35 in the Lakers preseason game. I got lots of thoughts on it. We're going to get to that as we continue to work our way through the show. Let's get to a sports update. I really want to talk about that, but I promise you I won't.
Carve out a little time.
There
in
is
the third
no
hour.
chance. I'm talking about Dalton Connect dropping 20 straight points in the fourth quarter.
LeBron, not with the right. He throws it down with the left hand.
You dunk on yourself.
Did I just dunk on myself?
Wow.
What was that about?
Rashog-esque here.
What the hell? No, let's get to an update. Sports update. If you're having internet issues at your work and you kicked out one of the windows Chuck Norris style, give Nisku Glass a call.
Like you did.
They will come and fix the window at your office. And if somebody knows how to fix front doors, we could use somebody to fix that too. Our front door, the one handle's all wonky. I feel like somebody was trying to break in. Maybe the same people who sabotaged the internet. What's going on? What do you think about that for a storyline? Eh? Interesting. Sports update, Nisku Glass. Morning after show on the other side.
Connor McDavid notching his first goal of the campaign. The Oilers take it 4-2 over the Preds down in Nashville, improving to 2-3. The 2-game road trip concludes tomorrow afternoon in Dallas. Elsewhere yesterday, the Stars dropped their first of the season 3-2 to the Capitals. Kraken 6-4 over the Flyers. Canucks over Florida 3-2 in overtime. Kings winning on the road in Montreal 4-1. And the Lightning topping Vegas 4-3. The Oil Kings dropping a 6-2 decision to the Saskatoon Blades down at Rogers Place. Oil Kings now 3-4 with a shootout loss. The club will hit the road for a 9-game road trip beginning Sunday in Red Deer. Javonte Williams ran in a pair of touchdowns. The Broncos stomping the Saints 33-10, improving to 4-3. The Saints They've lost 5 straight after starting the season 2-0. Week 20 in the CFL kicking off tonight with the Ticats hosting the Stamps. Elks, Rough Riders, and Blue Bombers are all on a bye. David Fry's 2-run homer in the 10th saw the Guardians pull off a 7-5 win over the Yankees, trimming New York's ALCS lead to 2-1. Game 4 tonight back in Cleveland, first pitch 6:08. Dodgers, meanwhile, would spank the Mets 10-2. LA now leads the NLCS 3-1. Game 5 this afternoon from Citi Field, first pitch 3:08. Back over to hockey. AJHL action resumes tonight. Devon visits Lloyd. Drayton Valley at home to Grand Prairie, while Olds will host Whitecourt. And in the BCHL, Sherwood Park visit Blackfalds. Spruce Grove are on the road in Surrey. Okotoks are in Coquitlam, while Langley hosts the 9-0 Brooks Bandits. Nisku Glass is growing and now hiring. If you're a nasty that wants to work with other nasties and can cut glass and replace windshields, then we want to hear from you. Email your resume to info@niskuglass.ca or stop by our shop to apply today.
There's something happening here. The Oilers look a lot better this year. Another win, put 2 points on the board. Telling me your faith is restored. I think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show. This year's team's looking strong. Connor and Leon, they can't do no wrong. 6 o'clockers are losing their minds. Getting so many messages on the text line. Think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show.
Morning after show. Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric with you right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Busy day along the way. 4 chances to qualify for the EST Flyaway to LA. Clippers, Warriors, Cardinals, Rams, Edmonton versus the Kings or the Ducks. For some of you, it might be the best trip you ever go on in your entire life. Honestly. I mean, it's going to be a phenomenal trip. Hotel, accommodations, flights.
Intuit
Dome.
Ah, that's high, hey? You've seen the view from the top? Like, it's steep.
Was it like McMahon?
You get into it.
Yeah, okay. That's what they're saying. The Intuit Dome has a very much a McMahon Stadium feel to it. So that's going to be great. All right, you can text us anytime. Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. Is today an SD-worthy show for gutting it out?
Brett's already got it in the phone. He's got to have it in the phone. He must have it in the phone. You have to have this one in the phone.
And I think this is probably how you win text of the day today. Who or what is sabotaging our Edmonton Sports Talk internet?
Marshall already had a theory after watching Hackers. He thinks it's hackers.
Marshall thinks it's hackers. This one's in. It says, guys, it's either Ched trying to break you since you stole their best talent, or the Bear people trying to make it so you don't steal Jess Jackson. 2 very good theories.
Yeah, well.
2 very good theories. Who or what is ruining our internet today?
Look, you still have access to that building. I say you go there after the show and demand answers.
I'm going to go over there and steal their internet.
Take all the routers.
Look, all the routers. I'm walking out with all their routers. Take that.
Ray's running after you.
Take that. Sorry, Ray, but we need it. That's a good one. All right. We're going to get into the morning after show. We're going to crack some packs coming up here as well. One of you are going to win text of the day today for A&W, where they got that great deal. 2 Mama Burgers for $9.99. Can anybody else do this? Impossible, because nobody else has the Mama Burger. 2 Mama Burgers for $9.99. Plus, on game days, which would be Saturday, Mama Burger and fries, $5 on the orange and blue game days. Pretty darn impressive. $5.
A crisp blue bill.
$5? Are you out of your mind? That's something you could. That's something you
That's
could
what you say when you. Yeah.
$5. You go order it. I'll get
the clerk's
that would be great. Go through the drive-thru.
clerk.
I'll get a Mama Burger and fries, and it's a game day. That's $5, sir. Are you out of your mind?
Please pull ahead.
I think that's. You pull up to the window. They hand you the bag. You tap. There you go, sir. Are you out of your mind? Like, hit it again. All right, the Edmonton Oilers getting by the Nashville Predators. They are perfect on the road so far this season. First period, Forsberg puts the Preds up 1-0. Brett Kulak, or as the text said earlier today, more like Bobby Orr. Brett Kulak with his first of the season. Matthias Janmark, the Apple, tied the game at 1. Second period, Jeff Skinner fitting in very well. You know what? I respect Jeff Skinner's lack of care for the preseason. I really do.
He's streaking. He only streaks in the regular season.
Jeff Skinner doesn't need preseason games. Nobody needs to worry about a lack of production from Jeff Skinner in the preseason. You know why? Because Jeff Skinner is a regular season machine. He buries one in the second. Marchessault tied it. Connor McDavid finds a loose puck right at the slot, puts it up top, and then Kulak, the killer, seals it away. Empty netter. First career 2-goal game for Kulak. The EST big moment that happened. What are you going with, buddy?
The Darnell Nurse fight.
The Darnell Nurse fight.
Why not? It took him off the ice. Kulak scored as everybody refrained in the Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I don't know. Aside of moments, I mean, you said a whole bunch of good ones there. Pick any one you want. But I'll go with the Darnell Nurse fight. I think this team, again, we saw in the last game, exhibiting a couple of rough spots with Corey Perry and Troy Stetcher. And Nurse yesterday really exacting himself on, who is it, McCarron or McCracken? But Nurse fight, I think, again, just getting the team fired up. And to the hordes at the Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge, getting him off the ice, which led to an Oilers goal, which tongue-in-cheek, but...
You know what? I'm going to throw this one out there. I know it was late, but if the save's not made, it's a tie game. Pickard, near post, kind of a backdoor play in behind the net, got over with just over a minute left, made the save, kept it a 1-goal game, and then Kulak would finish it.
Ask me for my fourth star. Ask me for my fourth star.
Hey, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Super Saturday of the night. What are you going with, buddy?
Well, Kulak, first 2-goal game of his career, which is nice again, or Bobby Orr as we were calling him this morning. McDavid's first though of the season, off the schneid, right? I think William Mike's wife to construct one for us this morning if he so chooses. But Austin Matthews got his first the other night. Now nobody can talk. McDavid's first. Here we go. And Skinner's point streak continuing as well.
Took longer to get this text, but it's still a great one. Operator Rich, Brett Kulak, more like Brett Tulak, because he had to.
Is that topping Bobby Orr?
I think we got a new front runner. If this was a horse race, I'd be like, oh my God, Operator Rich. Operator Rich is coming up. He's on the inside. He's getting past Dr. J. Operator Rich, well done, buddy. Brett Kulak, more like Brett Tulak. Mind you, there's some good theories on who's trying to ruin our internet today.
Would you see the one from Strummy?
As well. Oh, yeah, Strummy had a great one, too. Give it to me. I saw it earlier.
Pius got down on both knees and unplugged your internet.
Of course, Pius, my arch rival from Save on Foods when I was a teenager, who got down on one knee, put up with his arms and said, punch me in the face.
And you cut yourself this morning with a box.
I mean, on top of everything. If you're talking about grinding out a show, first of all, the internet dies on us. We scramble mid-show, and now we're streaming off my phone. And this morning, I'm packing. I have to fly to Vancouver later this morning. And I'm packing, and I noticed my travel bag had a little bit of like a thread hanging off of it. So I grabbed my crack pack knife, and I was holding it like this, and I sliced the thing. I was holding it, boom, sliced, and then cut my finger. And I immediately go down, and I go, I'm cut! And I'm in the basement. I'm yelling all the way upstairs.
Front door open. The alarm's going off.
I'm caught! Tammy comes down. I wake her up. It's like 10 to 5. I wake her up. She comes downstairs. She goes, what's wrong? I said, wake up the kids. I have to say goodbye. I have to say goodbye to my children.
Bleeding out.
And she goes, what's going on? I said, I sliced a little part of my pinky here. It's probably going to be okay, but I just want everybody to know that I'm grinding today. I even brought extra Band-Aids just in case. That's how prepared I am. Because the last thing I didn't want is to bleed all over the desk.
You should be flying. Will the elevation affect the... I mean, might have to bust out there. Jason says, by the way, sounds clearer now for some reason.
Please don't tell me our station sounds clearer
And
off my phone internet than our regular office internet that we pay hundreds of dollars for.
a few people in the chat said first glitch. So I don't know when that happened either. So
I didn't see a glitch.
Yeah, I didn't see no glitch.
Yeah, we're going to ignore that. Assume everything goes continually well.
You
for the
guys,
rest-
you're
for the
just
rest.
joking.
Look, if the internet dies again, I'm just going straight to the airport and flying to Vancouver. I don't care if it's 7:10. I'm like, that's it. I'm out. I'm done. Enough's enough. All right, my super stat of the night. 926. 926. 926. 926. Yeah. Yeah. Pickard.
25 to 27.
You got to like his game.
Ask me for my 4th star. Ask me.
You know what, Eric? I know you've been pretty fired up to give us your 4th star. I think you're probably ready. The 3 stars last night. McDavid, Kulak, Roman Yossi. Who's your 4th star?
Calvin Pickard.
I knew it.
Coming off letting 5 in that Chicago. He was interviewed. He said, he's got to be. That was a good bounce back from him. 926, 25-27, Calvin Pickard with a bullet.
38th star of the game last night. Colton Sissons. -3. No shots on goal. The hits ended up being 30-8 last night.
Well, it's that hometown discount.
When they flashed it up late in the third period and it was like hits 28-2. Who's running this show? You homers in Nashville. Not that the Oilers were like overly physical and you're like, man, to me, I think the Oilers had like 36 hits. That wasn't the case.
The
But
hit metric is always
28-2? What's that about? That doesn't make any sense.
Somebody should check their router.
I love Bones. Bones in the 6 o'clock. You guys are bringing some text today, man. I like this. He goes, Marshall would be inconsolable if he came downstairs and saw a little cut on my finger.
Oh.
I could just see the kids running downstairs. Tammy's laying there mending to my cut finger. And Marshall looks, sees a little bit, passes out. Just
Starts pounding on your chest.
like a scared goat. Elizabeth would turn around and go back to bed. But Marshall would just be passed out laying next to me. Oh, what a beauty. It was timing night at power skating last night. So they got timed, and then at the end of the year they get timed
Get out
again
the
to see how
watches.
much
Yeah.
they improved.
Okay.
I'm very proud of both of them. They both did. They both tried very hard. They're both very proud of themselves last night. It was
speedsters, but
it was good. So they were very excited last night.
they finished the course.
Dr. J says, guys, did Stamkos play? You know, I heard Tommy say last night he didn't notice Stamkos much. I thought Stamkos had the puck on his stick quite a bit. Like when they were on the power play, that power play was essentially running through the stick of Steven Stamkos.
Yeah, 4 shots.
With that being said, didn't necessarily do much with the puck touches, but I thought he had the puck quite a bit.
3 of the 30 Predator hits.
Oh, wow, interesting.
So, everybody had like 3 hits for the Preds. What a physical team.
Mike texts in this morning and says, guys, try Starlink internet. They sell receivers at Costco now. Is that the Musk thing, Starlink?
That's the musky thing.
This is the internet that works anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah. But he can shut it off anytime he wants to. So.
Backup Starlink internet.
Well, for the RV show. Remember that was kind of the plan too.
Eventually
so
that'll
maybe
be the plan
fast
there.
forward there. And
All right, 780-218-9999.
calling the Amishman. Dusty just wrapped up the SD for gutsiest performance of the year, streaming the show off his phone with a cut. What heart?
Has anybody ever... Who was the NHL player that died and then came back same game? Peverly?
Yeah, had a heart attack. That's pretty much.
This must be what Peverly sounded like. I'll be honest. I'm probably about 45 minutes away from a heart attack myself if this internet issue keeps up.
Treat yourself to a score there, Rich.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You deserved it.
Let's
You've
try
earned
a
it.
score bar for the first time.
Cut
what
on
a
in.
show. What a Friday show. Hey, like, here we are, cut finger, streaming off my phone, trying a score bar for the first time. You tell me there's an FM or AM show in this city hitting these levels today. All right, boys. Oh, it smells delicious. I've never smelt a score bar even in my
You're
life.
going to love it.
It's very thin. I don't know. It might be too thin for a chocolate bar. I'm not going to lie.
That's all you need. It's a sexy bar.
Here we go.
Look at that chocolate. Just take a minute to appreciate the chocolate on the top there. On the,
Okay, but what's the deal with this? Look.
Yeah.
The bottom is all like this, but the top part of the bottom is smooth.
Yeah, it's kind of.
All right, boys. Cheers to your score bar, Trev. Let's get through this. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A little bit more.
He's having another bite.
Just a little bit more.
He's going in for another one.
Have to tell you, it's not what I was expecting.
Nice crunch, but not too hard.
I thought there was a bunch of stuff inside a score
It's not
bar.
falling all over the place.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was going to be like a weird texture thing.
Like
but
those crunchies, they get all over the place. You get
this is just a hard piece of caramel inside chocolate.
yeah. That's all you need. You don't need the big.
I like it. I don't love it. I'm not going to start like eating score bars exclusively, but I like it.
Dr. J says sharp toffee can cut, so be careful there. But it's not like it's not.
That's the last thing I need today.
It's not like a Snickers. It's not filling you up, but it's a nice little treat.
And add this to the tumultuous show today. Cut finger, internet issues. Tried score bar was a positive, but also bet on Bub Means to score a touchdown last night. And I still bouncing back like this? Have you ever seen such a thing?
The wheel is just.
Whatever. I had to ride with it. What was I going to do? All right, let's crack some packs right now for Wayne Sports Cards. All right, let's hit a banger this morning. Why not?
If you see a card store on the side of the road, you think, gotta tweet it to the
Crack pack, yeah. I'm tracking down all the young guns today. Looking for the young guns today. Looking for the young guns today.
I got me a card, it's a heck of a pull, and we're tweeting it out to the crack pack. I got me a canvas, it's worth about 20, so hurry up and sell it to get more money.
The crack pack is a little old game where we can crack together. Crack pack, baby.
A crack pack, baby.
Crack pack, baby, crack pack. Crack pack, baby, crack pack. Crack pack, baby, crack pack. Crack pack, baby, crack pack.
That'll get you going on a Friday morning. People are like, Dusty, you should try Score Bar and ice cream. Listen, if you missed it last week, we did try Score Blizzards, courtesy the Dairy Queen out in
Ian in Morinville.
And I will say, I do enjoy the Score Blizzard more than the Score Bar.
You're an ice cream guy.
I like ice cream. All right, Trev, Upper Deck Series 1 coming in hot at you. And the kid catches it. Oh, we're 2 for 2.
We're rolling now.
All right, so this was released on Wednesday. New product at Wayne Sports Cards. Also, you know what else is at Wayne's? Ready to go for the holiday season. Advent calendar.
Retweeted that yesterday. They're looking good. Looking sharp.
I've got 2 already.
Of course.
I'm not bringing them in yet because we'll be too tempted to open them.
Yeah, you got to keep them
But
locked up.
they're in the back of the truck right now. All right, here we go. So Upper Deck Series 1. Let's see what we get. I'm very excited when you get the first look at Upper Deck Series 1 every year.
Darnell Nurse.
Oh, it's a sign. Oh, real nice. Real nice smell. Good look this year. I like it. Lekanen, McCann, Connor Ingram, Joel Arisonek, exclusive 83 out of 100. There we go. I like that.
Nice one.
Oh, I got a young gun. Luca Del Belbaz. Belbaluz.
A true young gun.
Who the...
Right?
What's this guy's name? Luca Del Belbaluz.
Can I see?
He's a center for the Blue Jackets. Look at the name on that guy. Sounds like an
cool.
SNL character.
Luca Del Belbaluz. You say it fast. It's kind of one
Luca Del
word.
Belbaluz.
Luca Del Belbaluz.
Del Belbaluz. Buries it. Trev, what do you got, buddy? Any nice hits?
First card, Neil. Pionk.
Pionk.
Pionk, pionk.
So that's not bad. I got this cool City Satellites Austin Matthews card. That looks pretty slick.
Oh, that's nice. See, this is what we all need. We all need the card cam like Trev. Lucky guy.
Let's see. What else have we got here? Young Guns, Landon Slagert.
So we got 2 young guns.
Couple of young guns. Yeah.
Another young gun.
2 young guns.
John Carlson.
That's a retro. That's a retro young gun.
Yeah, that's sweet. Look at that.
What is that?
That looks so cool.
That is cool.
It's like a cartoon. It's like a Pokemon card.
Let me see that card.
That's such a
The
This is so
Pokemon.
sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's mine. I'm just joking.
That's a nice card.
Thank you, Connor Hellebach, Ross Colton, Logan Couture. Yeah, decent pulls in this one.
Yeah, no, that's a nice pack. All right, so Upper Deck Series 1 is available. Oh, changing 100 on a show we're
Love it.
grinding out here today. My
Changing
goodness.
100?
What a time to be alive. The Edmonton Oilers, 2-3 now on the season. Upper Deck Series 1 available at Wayne Sports Cards, just north of West Edmonton Mall, right next to the Mr. Barber in there, Italian Center, Boston Pizza. You know where it is. And if you're looking for something fun for the month of December for the kids or for you adults, their advent calendars are now available, ready to go. Get them before they're sold out. Amishman19 says, put that one in a sleeve, Trev.
Slap it.
Penner's Pancake says, Starlink is awesome. Is it? Is it?
I can't.
Forget why Maddie said we didn't.
Why didn't? So Maddie's anti-Starlink.
Well, no, he was like the numbers are like very impressive, and he just was like, but we're not doing that. I forget why, but he said there was a reason why we couldn't.
I do like the idea of having Starlink so that if it goes down, we can totally lose it on Musk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're going to go to Mars,
Tweet at him.
but you can't even have the internet working in Edmonton Sports Stock offices?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
get that trending.
All right, Chris Johnston, TSN Athletic. He's going to join us. What's the deal with Nashville? We watched Nashville last night. I think I kind of agreed with Hernan on the post-game show last night, the GCL Diesel post-game show. Didn't really see much from the Preds last night.
Reed picked him to win the cup.
I know. That's a risky pick. Good for Reed.
Yeah, well, he
To make a
tried to be a little different.
to make an
That's-
actual
yeah, yeah.
real pick, you know, I like that. Anyway, Chris Johnston's going to join us coming up here just after 7:00. I've got a 5-game teaser that you're going to absolutely love. I feel like Matthew McConaughey in what's that one? 2 for the Money.
Yeah.
He would record his picks on the phone, and then like, you're going to love this teaser I've got for you. Here's the 5 games that are guaranteed winners, like that type of thing. Anyway, we'll get to that around 7:25. EST Flyway to LA coming up as well. The Fans Zone. Fans first. And that's good. Plus Connor McDavid goal song, which was kind of played in the weird little first show that we had, but not the main event today. So Chris Johnston, though, on the way next. Let's get to a sports update right now with Lieutenant Eric for Green Plan.
Brett Kulak with the first 2-goal game of his career. The Oilers 4-2 victors of the Preds down in Nashville, improving to 2-3. The 2-game road trip will wrap up tomorrow afternoon in Dallas. Other action last night, so the Stars dropped their first of the season, 3-2 to the Caps. Vancouver over Florida 3-2 in overtime. LA winning on the road in Montreal 4-1. And Tampa topping Vegas 4-3. Oil Kings dropping a 6-2 decision to the Saskatoon Blades from Rogers Place. The Oil Kings now 3-4 with a shootout loss. They'll hit the road for a 9-game trip beginning Sunday down in Red Deer. Week 7 in the NFL kicking off last night. The Broncos stopping the Saints 33-10 to improve to 4-3. The loss drops the Saints to 2-5. Week 20 in the CFL kicking off tonight from Hamilton between the Ticats and Stamps. The Elks, Riders, and Bombers are all on a bye. David Fry's 2-run homer in the 10th saw the Guardians pull off a 7-5 win over the Yankees, trimming New York's ALCS lead to 2-1. Game 4 tonight back in Cleveland, first pitch 6:08. Elsewhere, the Dodgers spanking the Mets 10-2. LA now lead the NLCS 3-1. Game 5 this afternoon back at Citi Field, first pitch 3:08. Back over to hockey, Devon visits Lloyd in AJHL action later tonight. Elsewhere, Drayton Valley are at home to Grand Prairie, while Olds host Whitecourt. And in the PCHL, Sherwood Park are on the road in Blackfalds. Spruce Grove visits Surrey, Okotoks are in Coquitlam, while Langley hosts the 9-0 Brooks Bandits. Sports update brought to you by Green Plan, providing you with award-winning environmental planning and consulting service, whether it's municipal, industrial, or residential. Plan it right with Green Plan. Visit green-plan.com or give them a call, 780-455-4292.
What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna McDavid, ain't no passing craze. You have no worries because of the way that he plays. Yeah, say it, kid. He's the next Gretzky from the draft lottery. Hakuna McDavid. Hakuna McDavid. Hakuna McDavid. Hakuna McDavid. Hakuna. You have no worries because of the way that he plays. He's the next Gretzky from the draft lottery. Hakuna
Do. Hakuna McDavid. We don't have a Kulak song yet. Oh, I was thinking last night, you know what we are going to need? We're going to need a Jeff Skinner song at some point. I think Jeff Skinner is going to bury at least 20. Gotta have a song, I think, for a 20-goal guy. Trev, did you just whisper 30? Holy smokes.
Maybe 30. Yeah.
You're liking his regular season, eh?
I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah, me too. He's been I wouldn't even say he's been a surprise because the dude was a point per game 2 years ago, but he looks like a nice fit
You could do the song to Ray Stevens, The Streak.
because he's got a small point streak going right now. I've always wanted to write a parody song to Ray Stevens, The Streak. Maybe that's the one. All right, the Nielsen Show is brought to you by Southfort Chevrolet. Check them out, www.southfortchev.com. Go see Daniel and his family-friendly team at Southfort Chev. Tell them we sent you, and boom, extra $1,000 credit on your trade-in. That's saving you $1,000. Yeah, you're going to really like that idea. Go out, see Daniel. Drive a little, save a lot. 10 minutes from the east side of the city. I got that little the parlay that we're going to get to. The teaser around 7:25 for our partners at CoolBet. EST Flyaway to Los Angeles coming down the pipe today as well. That keyword in 20 minutes and 23 seconds. That's going to happen. And then we'll get to the fan zone coming up. We'll talk Oilers power play just after 7:30. Might get into it a little bit here with Chris Johnston as well. He's our insider today. Brought to you by Pro-Am Sports, your locally owned sports memorabilia and apparel specialists. Have the boys at Pro-Am. So a name and number on your jersey. Current name, legends, or even your own. Visit them in store to get sewn up. Located in Edmonton at the corner of St. Albert Trail, 128th Ave, or online at proamsports.ca. Chris Johnston, good morning. We appreciate the time once again. I have to ask, like growing up or even maybe as an adult, were you a big jersey guy? Did you collect jerseys growing up?
Not really. I had a couple as a kid, and certainly since being an adult, I'm a big Cowboys fan. I did have a Tony Romo jersey, call it 15 years ago, but beyond that, I'm not a big jersey guy.
Man, did LeBron suck you into being a Cowboys fan? Is that how that came about?
No, I can explain it easily. I mean, it's Ontario TV. I mean, when we were kids, basically the Bills were on in their 1 o'clock slot, and the Cowboys were always on at 4. And so I don't know why I always hated the Bills like irrationally as a kid. So I think Pierre and I ended up at the same place, but it's just because you couldn't watch all the teams back in the day. Maybe in an alternate universe, I could have been a Saints fan or something else, but the Cowboys were on every week.
I remember my first NHL jersey. I was, I don't know, 10, 11, probably 11. Alexander Dagg, Ottawa Senators jersey. Did not ask
Wow.
for it. Yeah, did not ask for it.
Wow.
My parents dropped it, and it was like a really nice one, like authentic.
White?
They dropped it on me
Yeah.
for like a birthday or Christmas or something.
Black, white, home? Wait.
It was the dark one.
Dark one, yeah.
It was the dark one, and they must have maybe they won it at a raffle or something. Because I don't know why. I was a Habs fan. I don't know why they gave me an Alexander Dagg jersey. Do you remember your first jersey, Rick?
White Blackhawks, Clark Griswold.
Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
Was it a
They didn't
Griswold
say-
jersey?
no,
Oh,
nothing
it was
on the back,
white.
just
Okay.
white Blackhawks.
But what was your first one, Chris? You remember?
I had a Doug Gilmour jersey, Leafs jersey from being a kid. And then I actually have a Gretzky blue and orange one, which is a little less novel now because they brought that jersey back. But
Yeah.
there was a period of time where you hadn't seen that jersey in a long time, and that was a pretty vintage one. Still in the closet at my dad's house. So
There you go. Chris Johnston with us, TSN The Athletic, joining us this morning. The Edmonton Oilers get by the Nashville Predators. After starting 0-3, they've won 2 in a row. This was their first road game. Got it done there as well. McDavid with his first goal of the season. Pickard was in net, his first win of the season. We'll get to the Nashville Predators in a second. We talked about it. We're not joking. There was a legitimate discussion around here yesterday on the Troy Stetcher fight that kind of got them into that game against Philly. They ended up winning that one. Darnell Nurse dropped the gloves last night. And I'm totally not a guy who's like, yeah, they should fight every game to go win hockey games. But the emotion that they've inserted into the game has definitely worked these last two.
I think it just makes sense, right? I mean, we have to look at this start in the context of where they've been. Obviously the level of hockey being played now is not as competitive as what the Oilers went through in May and June. Look, human nature comes into this as much as you want everything to be perfect and crisp and everyone executing, and obviously everyone's a professional. I mean, it only stands to reason it might be harder to get your level up to where it's been when the stakes are a little different. And so I think something like a fight can still have a place in helping that. Let's face it, fighting is way less common and prevalent now in the game than when we were all growing up. But, I still think that things like that can make a difference, energize the bench and the team, and just sort of show that you're in the battle. And obviously a couple wins now for the Oilers on the heels of those fights makes it look even better for the team.
Skinner now has points in 4 straight. What expectations did you have for him coming in here, being a fit with this team this season?
I thought it was a perfect signing for a team like what the Oilers are, because you look over the course of Jeff Skinner's career. I mean, the guy has consistently put the puck in the net. He's produced offensive results. He doesn't have to come to Edmonton and be the frontline player. Obviously, he could be the 5th best forward, and that's still probably a successful signing. And he kind of has carried around this weight of not ever played in the Stanley Cup playoffs, despite being in the league as long as he has. I thought for him, it just made a ton of sense to go on a 1-year deal, play for a good team, presumably get a chance to play in the playoffs, and maybe he can pull off the Ron Hainsey. Ron Hainsey had a long career. His very first taste of the playoffs with the Pittsburgh Penguins, I can't remember, it was 2016 or 17. He went all the way and won a Stanley Cup. I mean, maybe that's what's in the cards for Jeff Skinner. But I just think, he can, give a little bit of offense to this team. He's still a really nifty skater, maybe not a fast skater, but very agile on the ice. And, I think he's a great complementary piece to a team that has a lot of high-end forwards, playing alongside him.
Chris, what's going on in Nashville? I think we can look at the Avalanche's start as well and say, well, find some elementary answers, goaltending, injuries, what have you. But is it Predators a case of too much too soon in terms of new pieces and taking time to gel? Or are you seeing something else down there with that 0-4 start?
Well, I know from management end there, they feel like they just haven't quite meshed yet, that they haven't found their stride, that they're trying to outscore some of their problems. But man, it doesn't take long, and you start to wonder. I mean, there's a couple teams in the league, Colorado being the other obvious one, where a team with a lot of expectations, a lot of high-end players, and they're not getting the job done, and can snowball in the wrong direction pretty quickly. I mean, I think it's natural. I mean, look, they added basically in Stamkos, Marchessault, and Brady Shea. I mean, they added pretty significant players, and they're still juggling around the forward lines in particular. I think they're trying to find what the right mix is for that. But at the end of the day, they have to find a way to pull out some wins here. And I think at 0-4, it doesn't look good. I'm sure there's. If we're listening to radio in that market, I'm sure they're getting skewered pretty well. But I mean, there's still time for them to reverse course, but it's not a lot of time. And, I still think they should be okay. But, man, the West is kind of funny. Just some of the teams that have struggled that, were the teams we expected to be at the top of the standings. And, the Predators, they just haven't been able to find any rhythm yet early in the season.
From the bottom to the top, let's look at the Stars, too, and suffering their first loss. Capitals giving Vegas their first loss, now giving the Stars their first loss. Tom Wilson, I guess, offensively cannot be stopped thus far. But what can you tell us about the Stars in terms of from what the Oilers saw last year to their great start so far to this campaign?
I think ultimately they're going to be the biggest hurdle for Edmonton in the West when the dust settles on this season. I mean, I just don't see any sort of weakness in their lineup. I mean, their blue line certainly is not as strong in my estimation of where it's been. I mean, they lose Chris Tanev, of course, in free agency, sign Ilya Lyubushkin. I mean, there's a clear step down there on the right side. But, when you look at the long wind up now to the trade deadline, I imagine that'll be an area that Jim Nill and the Stars are going to address through the trade market is beefing up their blue line a little bit. And they somehow they've done what every team that's been at or near the top of the league wants to do. They've found this next wave of players that can come in, following the Jamie Benns and the Tyler Sagans, who, were once among the stars of the league. And, you got Wyatt Johnston, there's Stan Coven. I mean, they just have a push, obviously Robertson and Ottinger gets his big deal yesterday. So, they to me are one of the class organizations of the league. I'm actually doing for The Athletic, where I write in my day job, a poll of the best front offices in the league, where I've been going around and asking GMs and assistant GMs to vote on this anonymously and without revealing too much. The Stars pretty much, I'm not totally done the balloting, but they're probably going to be first or second in that balloting. And I just think that speaks to, the job that they've been able to do there. So, I think that Western Conference final of last year would not be surprised at some point in time if we see an Oilers Stars series again on the horizon, and whoever emerges from that, I think it could very likely be in the Stanley Cup final in 2025.
Some great insight there on the Dallas Stars, but the one thing that really stood out to me is the fact that you mentioned they're going to be trying to beef up their blue line. And you know who else is going to be trying to beef up the blue line?
Race here,
the Edmonton Oilers. Like there is a blue line arms race among probably the top two contenders in the West, and that's going to be fascinating because whoever wins that, unless they both get somebody of significance, that could be the deciding factor in a series between these two clubs. So, man, that's good. If you're a team that's selling a defenseman prior to the deadline, you're about to just absolutely own these two teams. It's going to be fascinating.
Right, and it's hard to know. The trade market obviously hasn't taken any shape yet. I can't even tell you exactly which players will be out there being moved. Maybe Cody Ceci will be on the move from San Jose. It might be a safe prediction, but there's obviously going to be some other defensemen on that marketplace. But you're right, and maybe it'll be a case where one or the other jumps the gun and wants to get it done in January and doesn't wait all the way till March 7th. It's funny how the seasons go. Like we can telemark where a lot of this stuff is headed. In some cases, it's just a matter of cap space. In terms of why these trades don't happen sooner. But, it won't be just those two in the market, but those two will be pretty fiercely probably competing over some of the same players.
What's interesting? The Oilers are 2-3 now to start the season. Their power play, which has been legendary, all-time great for the last few years, is 1-13 to start the year. And I even sound ridiculous to be like, are you worried a little bit about it? But it'd take a while for those guys to get up to speed, I guess. It just seems so bizarre that they're not burying some of these opportunities.
Yeah, it is weird. It's funny. The Leafs are another team that have been not quite at Edmonton levels, but they've pretty much been the second or third best power play behind Edmonton, and they've only got a couple goals early in this year. You wonder sometimes, I think that even obviously the individual talent speaks for itself, and they've shown themselves to have a formula that works, but it gets a little stale, I think, at times, with certain players. They get almost in too familiar of a routine. The other teams, that go to play a team like Edmonton are obviously spending a lot of time on their penalty killing meetings and trying to find tendencies. And so, there's probably a level of not execution at the, from the McDavids and the Dreisaitl's and the guys that drive that top power play unit in Edmonton, but it's also the other teams maybe figuring some things out. And so, it's a bit of a cat and mouse game. I'm going to bet on the couple years of history here that this is historically great power play. And I bet our conversation 3 or 4 weeks from now, it probably will stabilize by then. But, it's certainly a trend. And I would think it's one behind the scenes that the Oilers are spending some time on, because that's the bread and butter, right? When you have a power play that great, it's the ultimate, that's the ultimate sort of kill move in a game, because it really penalizes teams, who are taking penalties against you.
Hey, before we let you go, you mentioned Dallas. Ottinger gets his deal. Zach, same thing as Swayman. Allmark got the same number, just on half the term. If you're just Shesterkin's agent and you're looking at those three guys taking like $4 million less than your client wants, how do you not come off that number a little bit if you're that Shesterkin camp?
I think he's really dug in on being the highest paid Ranger. And so, right now that's Artemi Panarin at a little bit more than 11.6 million. I just think that's his sort of line in the sand. Look at it. And negotiations, you draw a line in the sand and sometimes you step across it. Maybe he ends up at 11.5. I'm not saying he won't take less than that, but that's where the negotiation is hinged so far. And, he's a little different case because he can be an unrestricted free agent. Jake Ottinger was going to be an RFA this summer. You're right. It's hard for me to sit here and argue. Like that's why the agent's going to make good money, because I don't know how he makes the case that you're asking about, because it is a significant amount of money, more than all these guys that I think we would consider among the best goaltenders in the league that have pegged themselves to a specific dollar amount. But I don't think Shesterkin's going to move. The best thing he can do is play well, put some pressure on the Rangers, have them have to even think like, could we let this guy walk over the difference of $500,000 in negotiations a year? I still think he gets it done in New York, but I'm surprised it's gone this long and that deal hasn't been worked out, because, basically the Rangers are committed, I think, to paying him about 11. He wants about 12. I mean, I know it's a lot of money,
right?
It's not my money, but I mean, come on, if you've already conceded that he should get 11 million, is it really that hard to pay him 11.7 or something like that?
Well, it's definitely something we'll be keeping tabs on. Chris, appreciate the time, man. Have a great weekend.
You too. Hakuna McDavid. I love that little tune you played before I came on.
We got a bunch of them, but that's a class. We say that one's for the kids.
For the kids.
It's for the kids. That one's for the kids. So yeah. You'll hear more as we work our way through the season for sure. Thanks a lot, buddy. We'll see you later.
All right, boys. See ya.
There you go. See, Hakuna McDavid's still a great tune. We got the new McDavid song, but that's the original. It's one of our first goal songs ever
for the kids.
But it's
short, sweet.
It's for the kids. It's for all the kids who are watching and listening to this morning.
Hat trick for Panarin last night, and an assist.
Man.
Fourth straight multi-point game.
Well,
and Jonathan Quick picked up the win.
Of course, Jonathan Quick picked up the win. The guys at CoolBet, every day over at CoolBet, they have like these combo cards at the top, and they've had one the last 2 nights called Apple Picking Season, and they just pick like 3 guys to get assists, get it bumped up a little bit. I think last night it was +3 something, so I played it last night, and the second night in a row it hit. It was Panarin assist, Draisaitl assist, and Marner assist. Was it Marner? Did the Leafs play last night, or Marner the night before?
The night before.
No, that was the night before. Anyway, it hit again. So we got back-to-back. It's just
shaking that
like
tree.
3 elite
Apples
guys.
falling
Just
out of the
Apple
tree.
season. It's
Just
just
a basket.
I almost expect it to hit. Now, stay cool, bet responsibly, but still, I mean, that's pretty good. I don't mind that. For those of you who are probably sitting there listening right now, you're like, "Hey, play the other McDavid song." If he's like, "Oh, play
first of the year.
McDavid's good." Yeah, I mean, no limit, man. No limit on this guy.
Connor McDavid.
Let me say yeah.
Remember that name.
McDavid off a turnover. Walks in. Has a step shot. Glove shot. No, it slips behind Holtby. And that's McDavid's 30th. Finds McDavid. The net is empty. Shoots and scores, and this one's over.
Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. McDavid. Remember that name. Here is Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. Smart move. Here is beautiful. Remember that name.
No. Connor has no limit. No. Connor has no limit.
Connor McDavid. Remember that name.
No limits when it comes to this guy. He's simply too fast. Think he can just fly. No limits, so why do you try? He'll score on his own, or he'll give it to dry.
Connor McDavid.
Fans in heaven, cause of 9 to 7. The nation in love from Gibbons to Devon. Looking to pass, 10 men on the ass. Second contract, a lot of cash. Tick, tack, take your time. With David on your team and you'll be fine. Just open your eyes and you will see it. Oil it for real, cause he has no limit.
No. Connor has no limit. No. Connor has no limit.
Remember that name.
Remember that name, indeed. Connor McDavid picks it up, flips it home, and the Edmonton Oilers take over from there and win the hockey game 4-2. They have now won 2 in a row and will go into Dallas to try to make it a 2-game sweep on this quick little road trip before returning home next week for a couple of games as well. Dirk in the Nasty Chat says, guys, no offense, but 90% of the reason I listen to the show is the other songs. My man, Dirk.
There he is.
That's what I'm talking about, Dirk. We don't care how you listen. We just care that you do.
Curious about the other 10%, though.
Yeah.
If you'd like to fill in.
It's probably to see our struggles with deep cuts in your finger
He loves it.
and internet issues. That's probably what Dirk
Sick
is.
puppy.
So Glue Guy, I was talking to Glue Guy yesterday. Glue Guy's running a pep rally at his old high school today, Bev Facey.
Cool.
It's this thing. He's like, they have me come in today at 10 o'clock. He's doing today at 10 o'clock. He's like doing the pump-up speech for the pep
Big
rally.
long sheet of paper they run through. And
Yeah, I know, something along those lines. Anyway, he said he was talking to a couple of guys out of Bev Facey, and we came up, and they're like, man, we miss those guys. Like, we loved Tales of the North, and
one of these stories again.
And Jay's like, what are you talking about? He goes, the show's still, they're like, yeah, but it's just a podcast. And Jay's like, no, it's live every single day streaming. He's like, give me your phone. He goes, I literally grabbed their phone, put the iHeart app on it, passed it back to him, was like, now you can listen. They're like, that's it? It's like, yeah, that's it. So there's still a lot of people lost in the wilderness, wandering around in the darkness. Tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk. When we say word of mouth, we're not just joking.
Word of the.
Like, tell your friends about EST. Many of them. So actually, another funny story. This 15-year-old kid emails me last night. And he goes, hey, I grew up, which is funny. It sounds like he's like done growing up. Anyway, he's like, I'm a man. I grew up listening to your show. I'm a high school student. And I still follow. He goes, it's still nice to be able to hear you call CFL games on TSN and the Spengler. And, I'm thinking about getting into broadcasting. I'd love to have a chat with you and stuff. And I said, but I replied to him right away. I happened to have my email open last night. And I replied to him and I said, hey, man, I said, by the sounds of it, like you don't listen to us anymore, but just so you know, the show still exists. And we've started this online sports station. And he replied right away. He goes, are you serious? Because I did not know. So it's funny. Like a lot of people.
And this is the youth of today. The youth of today.
Continue to push it.
They should know about it.
And create some awareness. But some of your friends might not know. So give them the heads up.
And for these people that like enjoy Tales of the North, I mean, it's better than before. I mean, now we got the YouTube, the visual component
and everything
is much better than before. So
they're gonna love it. I mean, if they like the old show, they should love the new show. I would think, unless you liked listening to a radio station back in the day that you couldn't pick up in parts of the city, and had 7-minute commercial breaks. Unless you really like that stuff, I think you'll probably like the new station a little bit better. All right, let's dive into this for Cool Bet. I put this together last night. I got a real nice 5-game teaser. I think you're going to want to get in.
Pull up.
I think you're going to want to get in on this one today. All right, so you pick a couple of games you like on the spread, and then it pops up and you can tease them. For those of you who might not be familiar with the teasing in the betting game, basically I tease this 7 points. So if the line was, let's say, Buffalo minus 9.5 against the Titans, by teasing it means I bought 7 points going the other way. So you move the line 7 points. In order to do the teaser, you need to have multiple games. Got to be a parlay. So here's the teaser I put together. It's plus 250. I like it a lot. This will be a good one. Buffalo Bills were 9.5-point favorites. Moved them down to 2.5-point favorites. You get them inside a field goal at home. 7-point teaser. So Buffalo minus 2.5 after the tease. Commanders minus 1 after a 7-point tease against the Carolina Panthers. Basically win the football game. The Kansas City Chiefs coming off a bye.
Super Bowl rematch.
Andy Reid off a bye. I mean, come on. Automatic.
Lights out.
You tease the Chiefs 7 points. You get them at plus 8.5.
That's easy.
Chiefs plus 8.5 against the Niners.
Easy.
The Detroit Lions. Tease them 7 points. You get the Lions plus 8.5 against Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. But
I mean, I expect that to be a close football game. But giving me the Lions at 8.5?
Don't mind.
Please. And then the last one. Cincinnati Bengals. Cleveland Browns. Cincinnati, who's 5.5-point road favorites, teased them. Now they're a 1.5-point underdog.
Okay.
Now they've become the road dog, which I really like. So a 7-point teaser on these 5 games. And I'm going to send this to the guys at Cool Bet. So maybe don't bet it right now because they'll make it a ride with Dusty.
Yep.
We'll get it bumped up from plus 250. You know, what I should have done is just texted the boys. I already bet this, but I'm not taking my own advice. Wait, they'll boost it for us, and we'll get it up. Bills minus 2.5. Commanders minus 1. Chiefs and Lions both plus 8.5. Bengals plus 1.5. It's plus 250. This will get boosted at least 3-1. Ride with Dusty this weekend on the National Football League. I will not be on the lock shop today, as I will be at the airport flying to Vancouver to do the Vernon Adams revenge game, or the redemption game, I guess, for VA. Well, I guess a little bit of a revenge game. He was in Montreal for a bit.
Oh, yeah. He's been everywhere, my friend.
He
Yeah.
has. So I won't be in the lock shop today, but I will pass along. It'll be Huss and Jake today. I will pass along my best bets. I went 4-0 last week, trying to ride that momentum into this week. And we'll have our very popular house callers parlay as well, where 4 of us predict a touchdown.
And the fanny picks.
And, of course, fanny picks coming up later on today as well.
How about this from Mike? Today is the first day I'm listening to you on iHeart. I never realized you're on iHeart until this morning. I love listening to you guys. I've been a fan ever since the olden days. Mike. What a testimonial.
Thanks, Mike.
Word of the mouth, Mike. Spread it around.
Word of the mouth, man. Tell your friends, not only are Nielson and Lieutenant Eric's still rolling, Tommy Gazzola's still rolling, Awanik's still rolling, Oil Stream, 2 guys and a goalie. Reed Wilkins the other day, tell me the same story. He was he said he bumped into somebody, and they were like, "Oh man, Reed, I missed your show.
What do you do
I
these
missed
days?"
your show." And then he goes, and you'll never believe what they said, Dustin. They also said, "Yo, and do you know what happened to those 1260 guys?" And Reed was like, "Those are the guys I work with."
A double whammy.
So tell your friends. They don't know. Just assume all your friends are idiots. And they don't know about EST yet. Tell them that you pop on YouTube, you hammer the thumbs up, you sub to the channel. Then you hop in your car and you listen on TuneIn or iHeart or at edmontonsportstalk.com.
Jocelyn got her father-in-law, John, on the YouTube. He's got a flip phone. That's how old he is. And he's YouTubing us.
Yeah.
Flip phone. Flip phone guy.
He's a flip phone guy, but he's still
flip
YouTube.
phone guy doing YouTube on his TV. If he can do
Legendary.
it, anybody can.
Well, that's true.
Love you, John.
It's not hard. I get in my truck now and iHeart just starts.
All you got to do is do it once.
Unless
you map
unless Rogers and Shaw screwing over our internet.
Well,
But it's not difficult to do. It's not difficult to do. We need to have like a drive-through day where we just sit out on the turf out there and people come by and we just set it up in their car for them.
yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
All it takes is once. One time.
Get Zacticum's clammy hands
All over your
in
vehicle.
people's vehicles.
Fingerprints all over the dash.
All right, let's give you the keyword for the EST Flyway to LA. If you were watching over on YouTube this morning, hammer the thumbs up. We were dealing with internet issues early in the show. We saved the day.
We scored.
We're streaming the show off my phone this morning. I cut my finger this morning, almost bled out, and we were eating score bars. Me for the first time today. This is a wild show, and the Oilers win on the road. Pickard, Kulak, the heroes, if you can believe it.
In Nashville, if you can believe it.
Hammer the thumbs up. Hammer the thumbs up. Here's your keyword today for the EST Flyway to LA. It's all presented to you by the 780. This is a guy I like being business partners with. Adore, it's 780.
Thank you for the shirts.
Je
by the way.
adore.
Yeah.
Adore. 780, both the shop name and their in-house clothing brand that celebrates all things unique to E-Town. They also work with close to 100 local vendors from the 780 area code. So people around here trying to get their brands off the ground, kind of like us, what we were just talking about. 780 helps them do that as well. Check them out online, SEVEN80.com. That's the word 7, then the number 80, 780.com, or at any of their 5 locations, Southgate, Londonderry, Kingsway, St. Albert, and the Outlet Mall by the airport. If you're looking for some new Ginch as well, they got this Bird of Brief underwear brand. I'm telling you, if you try that underwear, you're going to absolutely love it. Today's keyword, if you'd like to qualify for a chance to, win a trip to Los Angeles from December 26th to December 30th. NFL, Rams, Cardinals. NBA, Clippers, Warriors at the new Intuit Dome. Edmonton, versus the Ducks or the Kings, depending on the scheduling of that NFL game. Flights, car rental, but you got to find your own accommodations. Just kidding. We got a hotel for you as well. It's a beautiful trip. I wish I could win it myself.
Airbnb in this one? Hey.
No, that's not happening.
Style, baby.
All right, today's keyword is very fitting on a number of different levels. Today's keyword is winning. Text winning. 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 Imagine if this was a word on Wheel of Fortune and you got the RTSLNE and then you just guessed WIG and you won with the word winning without even having to make a guess.
with Ryan Seacrest.
That would be yeah. I haven't watched it yet with Seacrest.
It's weird.
Is that on now?
Yeah. It's a thing, baby.
How come
I want my Sajak.
How come in all of the United States you can't find like Seacrest does everything?
Yeah, he's the man.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever. Today's keyword is winning.
He's winning. You could be winning too.
I like the score bar.
It's not bad, hey? And
I think I can mix it in.
You have a little bite, put it away for a little, and you just kind of keep coming back to it.
You know what I like to do with this? I'd like to melt it a bit.
Yeah. Well, it's a good sucking candy too.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of my grandpa.
Oh yeah. You're
That's
getting it
okay.
now. I love this.
It's real nice. All right, the keyword is winning. Coming up next, the fan zone.
Fan zone.
We're going to talk Oilers power play in the fan zone today because we're an Oilers heavy station. What can we say? The local club makes it work. Also, that's good. Coming up as well. That's all on the way here in the second half of the 7 o'clock hour. If you're watching over on YouTube, hammering the thumbs up. If you're listening or watching, the keyword today for the ESC Flyaway is winning. Let's get to a sports update with Lieutenant Eric.
The Edmonton Oilers improving to 2-3 with a 4-2 victory over the Preds down in Nashville. Jeff Skinner scoring to extend his point streak to 4 games. The 2-game road trip will wrap up tomorrow afternoon down in Dallas. The Stars dropping their first of the season last night, 3-2 to the Capitals. Canucks over Florida, 3-2 in overtime. The Kings winning on the road in Montreal, 4-1. Lightning topping Vegas, 4-3. And the Kraken skating to a 6-4 victory over the Philadelphia Flyers. Closer to home, the Oil Kings dropping a 6-2 decision to the Blades from Rogers Place. Oil Kings now 3-4 with a shootout loss to start the season. They'll hit the road for 9 beginning Sunday down in Red Deer. Javonte Williams ran in a pair of touchdowns as the Broncos stomped all over the Saints 33-10. Denver now 4-3. The Saints have dropped 5 straight after starting the season 2-0. Week 20 in the CFL kicking off tonight. Ticats host the Stamps. Elks, Riders, and Bombers are all on a bye. Dodgers spanking the Mets 10-2. LA now lead the NLCS 3-1. Game 5 will go this afternoon back at Citi Field. First pitch 3:08. Drama from Cleveland. David Fry's 2-run homer in the 10th, giving the Guardians a 7-5 win over the Yankees, trimming New York's ALCS lead to 2-1. Game 4 goes tonight back in Cleveland. First pitch 6:08. Back over to hockey. AJHL action picks up again tonight. Olds host Whitecourt, Drayton Valley are at home to Grand Prairie, and Devon visits Lloyd. BCHL action. Sherwood Park are in Blackfalds, Spruce Grove on the road in Surrey, Okotoks visit Coquitlam, while Langley hosts the 9-0 Brooks Bandits. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he always closes a deal with a nice score bar.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as newborn 8-pound, 6-ounce Mitch Lewicki. You can picture grown-up Mitch, or teenage Mitch, or bearded Mitch, or whoever you want.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
I am a Zach High man with the Leafs I used to ride, with Austin Matthews by my side. I scored a couple and I had a little fun. Signed with the Oilers in July of 21. The Leafs let me walk because they thought I had no soul. Now I'm over 50 goals. I am the dangler from way across the other side, where Beamers and Audis are supplied. Third overall in the draft 2014. Got a one-timer like the game has never seen. Bottom of the circle is the place where I get set. It's going in the net. I'm Nugent Hopkins. I was born in 93. All the way from Burnaby. Played some junior for Red Deer and had a ball. Signed with the Oilers when I went first overall. My two-way game, they said, is totally complete. The best in the league. The best in the league. The league. The league. The league. I'm Connor McDavid. I'm sure you've all seen my work. I'm not from this planet Earth. I'm deadly serious when I'm telling you what's up. My soul, it will not rest until we hoist the cup. Do what it takes through all the struggle and the pain, till just the oil remains. And we're gonna win again and again and again and again and again and again.
God, I love that song. It is the Nielson Show, presented to you by Southport Chevrolet. Visit their website, www.southfortchev.com. We are coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio, where every time the Oilers win, Kyle Furby, who owns one of the owners of the Popeyes in town, he takes a single boneless wing and hides it in the city.
Bring back the flounder sandwich.
Mm-hmm. And if you find the wing, you get to eat it. There's no other prize.
It's like those people that the clue things. You find that there's riddles and you can pay for an extra riddle.
Yeah, that's a thing that happens all the time.
And then they exchange you cash at like a cop shop. That's how the grant. It's really Trevor Savage. He got
what
into
do they call that? Orienteering.
Yeah,
kind of
something like that. Yeah.
I do like a good mystery.
Sure.
That's why I used to read Encyclopedia Brown. Remember Encyclopedia Brown?
Sure.
I loved Encyclopedia
You're
Brown.
a Hardy Boy.
No, I never read the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
Wasn't like Encyclopedia Brown basically a gateway drug to the Hardy Boys?
Yeah, I mean, it's a
it was
whole
supposed to be.
multiverse. Yeah, you're talking like DC Marvel stuff here. But
Marshall's reading chapter books now. And who's the one that he's reading? It reminds me of Encyclopedia Brown, but he's a mouse. Geronimo Stilton or something like that.
What a name.
And I know. As soon as he's like, Daddy, I'm reading Geronimo Stilton. I was like, I don't know what this is, but it sounds awesome.
With Geronimo Stilton on the case.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Someone's hiring for the router issues
there's
here.
Nothing Geronimo Stilton can't figure out.
Certainly not.
All right. Do we have a qualifier for the EST Flyweight LA?
We do.
All
we
right.
do.
All right.
It's Mitchell on the line.
All right. We've got Mitchell. Let's go to Mitchell this morning. Mitchell, good morning, buddy. Congratulations. You're one step closer to winning this trip.
Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. That's awesome.
You should. You're going to have a pretty decent chance at this.
Sweet.
What'd you think of the win last night?
Oh, man, anytime we could say a win, it's huge.
You'll take it.
Winning.
You'll take it. And then you qualified today with the word winning. What a time to be alive. Who'd you bring with you on this trip, man?
Well, you know what? I'd probably bring my wife, but you never know. Maybe I'll throw a little contest with some friends and my wife, and I'll make sure that they have an equal chance.
You should make them qualify and then do a draw.
Exactly. That's what's going to happen probably. I love it.
All right, Mitchell. Have a great weekend, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. You too.
I don't know why, but I just find Mitchell's voice very funny.
He's
I don't know
got
why.
a teeth vibes. It's kind of a...
It's he reminded me of who's the guy?
Yeah, Bootsky, thank you.
Okay, so you know who he reminds me of? In my mind, Wolf of Wall Street, the guy who ran the penny stock place. Remember, he's like, you sell $10,000 of this stock, and I'll. That's what he reminds me of.
Actually really good. Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is, but that's what he reminded me of. Anyway, that's kind of funny. Anyway, he sounds like a great guy. I hope he wins a trip. Congratulations. I hope everybody wins a trip. I wish we could give away 200 trips.
People, the nasty Bootsky Big Maple, they're thinking Mitchell is a Teef's alter ego here. The tone was, I get a lot of a Teef in my daily diet during the week, so I have to do some investigating. Get Geronimo, what's his name on the case?
Geronimo Stilton. Where's Geronimo Stilton when you need him? Jason Leduc says, Encyclopedia Brown, I put up a sign on our apartment front door saying detective for hire when I was 10 years old. And the Nature Boy's in and says, Encyclopedia Brown, oh my God, I just had a wave of nostalgia wash over me. I should get some Encyclopedia Brown books for Marshall to read.
The real Slim Davy says, my brother is 25 and Geronimo Stilton is still the biggest chapter book he's ever read.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, let's dive into the fan zone. For fansfirst.ca. You know what the Edmonton Oilers say? They have one more game on the road, and then you know what happens? They return home.
And who do they play next week?
Yes, Puljujärvi.
Yeah. You'll be gone that Friday, though. It's Friday. You're not here.
I'm gone. I'm doing the Elks game.
Big show. That's a Puljujärvi back. The hips are...
Well, so it was supposed to be myself, I think, with Suits and Rashog on the sidelines for that game. But Rashog texted the group and said, hey, I want to be at the rink that night because Puljujärvi's back in town.
Makes sense, yeah.
So Tommy's going to work sidelines with me, and YouTube Trev's going to make a return to the pre and post with Hernan Salas. So that should be a lot of fun. So busy Friday night in town.
Thought Rashog might be joining you in the booth.
Nope.
Wouldn't that be something, hey?
No, the Rashog.
You ever make a request for one of those games?
I don't know if he'd be a color guy for football.
I'd love to see
hockey,
it.
maybe, but I don't
pay
think
a lot of money.
Football would work. But anyway,
Hurricanes Tuesday, Penguins Friday.
He really wants to see Puljujärvi in person.
Absolutely,
again. So that's why he's
probably a throng of the local media would.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they'll be all over him. Eh?
That'll be. I'm sure Puljujärvi's really looking forward to that scrum. All right, let's get into the fan zone. For fans first, by fans, for fans. There's got to be a big cheer for Puljujärvi, eh? Next,
why not?
Why not?
He's in the East. Who cares?
Yeah.
I love Yessi.
Yeah, who didn't? I mean, he got
interviews.
he got picked up in a truck one time. Like,
people didn't.
Yeah, there's a few guys who didn't.
How about Dave Minnock here? The Oilers PP is as bad as the EST router right now. Fan zone.
Yeah. When you can run a station off my phone better than you can off this Shaw and Rogers internet, major issues. Look, if you're not going to invest money in the Blue Jays, please just invest money in the internet service you provide for us.
Where's that mitt?
I already got it. By fans, for fans, no fees. www.fansfirst.ca. You want the best deal on tickets for the Hurricanes or the Penguins next week? Fansfirst.ca. We're not lying. All right, Oilers power play. Trev, I'm coming to you on this one. Are you at all concerned about the power play 1 for 13 to open the season?
Am I concerned? No, I'm not concerned. It's frustrating watching it right now, and it's they're gonna figure it out though. But I'm starting to believe maybe has it just been is it losing its spark?
So you are worried.
Okay, well, I'm starting to question it. I'm starting to question it maybe a little bit, but I wouldn't say I'm worried because you got Connor, you got Leon, you got two of the best players in the world on this power play. So
what's your level? Let's pull out the level.
Eventually, they're
going
to start, figuring it out. But it's just the zone entries. I've not been a fan of. And I talked about this on EST Afternoons yesterday. Bush is just having a hard time. It seems like the easiest part of the power play is when Bush is skating up the ice and he does the drop back pass to McDavid, and they've just been bobbling that a little bit, which is annoying. And the intensity, is it really there? No, not really. So I thought Chris brought up some good points. Maybe It's just they've been in power play. Like those guys have been together for 3 years now, and maybe do the other teams just have the read on it? That's kind of what I'm getting. So I didn't think I'd say this. Well, and a week ago I said, nah, like it'll be fine. Like Nuge is going to be okay. They're eventually going to start scoring, but maybe I'd consider putting Jeff Skinner in because he's the only one really. You know, he's looking really good right now. So maybe throw in Skinner, take out Nuge. But as well as just the predictability. Like, I feel like it's very predictable. And they're not, you know, they're passing it, but when they pass, they stop for a sec, and then the teams reset. So if you're passing it, well, like, whip that puck around to get the people moving. And I also said it yesterday, but the power play thrives when McDavid is skating. Like, when he starts doing circles is when the other team, the opposition starts, you know, puck watching. And you see that time and time again. You haven't really seen that this year. So they're going to figure it out. I'm not worried. It's just it is kind of confusing. I'm confused because we've never seen this before. You'd think that, well, and just from what we've seen, historically best power play ever. They haven't been that at all this year.
780-218-9999. That's the Paris Jewelers inbox. 780-218-9999. The question today is, are you at all in any way worried about the power play?
I'm still not concerned.
As Trev said,
I'm on the fence. I don't know.
He's not worried, but he would take Nuge off and put Skinner on.
But I'm concerned. I don't
1
know.
to 10.
Maybe I am.
1 to 10.
Yeah, give us a 1 to 10.
gosh.
Give us a 1 to 10.
10 being the highest of concern.
Like 3 or 4.
I was gonna say your level of concern to me starts with it's a 4 or a 5.
Fair.
Yeah, that's where I think you'd be at. So I think you're a 4. You feel
like they're
if you're considering taking somebody off the best power play unit in the last 2 years, you're a 4 or a 5 on a concern level. I think.
Yeah. It's questionable.
Every time they get one, I go, oh, this is the one they're going to click on. This is the one they're going to click on. And I do want to talk about power play usage a little bit here in a second. This text from Rob is great. It just says, no, the fan zone.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the entire one. Colin the Amishman's in and says, the fan zone. I'm not concerned about the PP yet. They will stop bobbling pucks soon, and Hyman will score a greasy one eventually. That'll help things get back on track. I'll tell you right now, I am betting a Hyman goal on Saturday against the Dallas Stars.
Rip City Step is worried about Hyman forgetting how to score. Fan zone.
Yeah, he'll. Don't worry. I mean, I don't think he's getting 50 again.
Rob, back in, they will work it out to the fan zone.
Keep those messages rolling in. Here's what I didn't like last night. So this could have been an opportunity to really, and I understand it's a close hockey game, but we have to remember this is October. And this every game here feels like a playoff game because it's Edmonton. It's a crazy market. You want them to win them all, but it's October. When they had the brief 5-on-3 and that the whole sequence there. The first power play didn't work, and in fact, it was getting worse as it continued on. Bouchard, I don't know, and I mean maybe we'll continue with the conversation. Bouchard, I had a question come in last night. We saving it for 3 questions too many, but that power play, and then the second unit ended up coming on scoring, but the penalty had expired. Whatever. That power play was not working. It got to the point where Bouchard gave the puck away like 30 feet in front of his own net. He passed it onto the stick of a Nashville Predator. The others went into scramble mode, and luckily, for some reason, the Preds took a holding penalty in the offensive zone behind the net against Evan Bouchard, who was basically just throwing grenades up the middle anyway. So you had 16 seconds for a 5-on-3. Your top unit had already been out there for the entire first power play. I thought that was a spot where, guess what? This just isn't working right now. We have a second unit with some skilled guys on it who've been power play guys for the most part their entire career. Put them out there. Let them take advantage of it. Not only does that not happen, they leave the big guys out there. Nothing happens on the 5-on-3, and they stay out there for another minute and 10 seconds on the other power play. Like Bouchard was on a 4-minute shift, a 4-minute ineffective power play shift. I thought that would have been an opportunity to throw a bone to the other guys who had been carrying you through the first 4 games of the season. Not the power play unit, but those guys in general, the Skinners, Arvidsson, I liked his play so far. The production hasn't been there, but Corey Perry's been one of your better players so far. I mean, throw those guys out there. Give them a look early in the season. This is not Game 6 of the Western Conference Final, and you're going to play McDavid and Draisaitl for the final 6 minutes. But it's a power play that wasn't connecting. They'd already got to the point where they were scrambling around their own end with the man advantage, and you took a timeout just to keep them out there for another minute and 40 seconds of nothing. So I didn't like the way that was executed. And then the other guys come out after and bang in a greasy one just after the power play expired. So, that one I thought would have been an opportunity to decide and be like, let's just give it a different look. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in on the power play in the fan zone.
Simplifying is a word that's popping up quite a bit. Paris Jewelers inbox. Morning, guys. PP needs to something and simplify. What happened to that? It's been brutal, stupid. Simple usually fixes all. Let's go Oilers. Rob the plumber. I don't think people are remembering how bad the PP looked a few years ago when Nuge was hurt. Yes, PP1 doesn't look good right now, but taking Nuge off won't fix the problem. They need to simplify and stop being so stationary. The fan zone. VR Montenegro says, based on last game, the PP needs Kulak running it. The fan zone.
Gags says, taking out Nuggy at this point for Skinner is crazy talk. Nuge does a lot of little things in terms of puck retrieval and distribution that Skinner can't match. The thing I would say there, Gags, is that we don't know Skinner can't do that.
Well, now's the time.
How do we know Skinner can't go into the corner and get a puck and do a pass up to the blue line? I mean, Nuge does not touch the puck much on the power play. When he does, they're usually efficient touches. But his start to the season hasn't necessarily been something I think we describe as efficient. So if it was my call right now, I would totally leave PP1 together.
Yeah.
Because they're going to figure it out. They're too damn good to not figure it out. But I thought last night with them struggling.
Time for a look.
You could have given the other guys a look with the 5-on-3. You wouldn't have to use a timeout.
What's going to hurt?
It's not a do or die game. And the other guys hadn't been playing well. I mean,
Rip City step with it. I think they need to complicate the PP more. We're all looking at simplifying things. Maybe
they should do 4 passes before force-feeding Draisaitl for a one-timer, as opposed to just 2 passes before force-feeding Draisaitl for a one-timer.
The fan zone.
The fan zone. All right, fan zone. Get your tickets. Hurricanes, Penguins next week. Buy fans, for fans, no fees. Cheaper than anywhere else. You're going to find them. Fansfirst.ca. If you're listening on iHeart or TuneIn or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can text us, 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us and sub to the channel. Almost a 10.5K on the subs. So we would appreciate your support on that front. And we are 3 away from changing 200 on a show that we are grinding out today.
2.5-hour show.
You wouldn't even know it. If you start listening to the show at 6:25 today, you wouldn't even know what we went through in the first 20 minutes around here. I managed to create a hotspot on my phone with only the use of 9 of my fingers.
Yeah. Playing hurt.
This is what we're doing
It's your
today.
Rich Beverly game.
Yeah. More on that with That's Hurt. That hurts at 8:30
Yes,
today.
absolutely.
Let's dive into That's a Good for the Italian Center. If you're looking for, basically going to be a hero. That's what it should be. The Italian Center. Heroes are made here.
Still got a couple of those pies.
Well, that's the thing, but aren't they? They're frozen, aren't they? I looked in the fridge the other day. I don't think they're there, or else we would have one in that toaster oven right now. Trev's mad.
Well,
Trev goes, you said Friday.
You did. But
but they're
what are we going to do?
They're frozen.
What are we
hungry.
going to do?
I'm also hungry.
Earlier in the week,
Finish
we
your
said
score bar.
Friday.
Thaw them out.
I guess I can.
I don't think we could throw. I don't know what the deal is. You can't put one in frozen.
You could, but it would be you'd be on your flight already, I think.
Well, what we should do is definitely take one out, put it into the fridge, and then we can have it Monday. Trev, is that okay?
There you go.
I know. I'm
Meet
sorry,
in the
Trev.
middle.
You're
This
sad.
is the biggest inconvenience of the show today.
That is hilarious, but also infuriates me just a little bit. If you've not yet been by the Italian Center, do you even Edmonton, bro? Like everybody in town has been to the Italian Center. Sometimes I think all the people in town are there at once. I don't think there's ever a downtime.
Oh no.
At the Italian Center. No. It's just it's amazing. Hand stretched, house made dough, top of their signature sauce, and the best ingredients from the deli. The Pizziolos have done the hard work. So you just need to throw them in the oven 10 minutes, And all of a sudden you're like, look at this pizza I've created. Like you're going like this, like Tom Hanks in Castaway when he created fire. That's you with a pizza from the Italian Center. You're gonna love it. Here's what's good today. Nasty Club memberships are now open once again. If you want to be a Nasty Club member, you hop on edmontonsports.com, click on Nasty Club. There's a couple of different options. You can always do the monthly option, which is like $4.99 a month. You get access to all the goal songs. We're starting a new thing next week called EST. I don't know, we're going to call it like This Week. It's kind of like a recap of all the crazy things that happen on and off the air here. It's like a behind-the-scenes look.
Yeah.
At EST. We're gonna post one of those every week.
You kicking the crap out of a router.
Nasty Club. But yeah.
For 5 minutes.
Something like that would happen.
Yeah.
We do need a name for that show. I don't want to just call it the post-show show anymore. I want to kind of rebrand it a little bit. Like EST Weekly, EST. There's got to be a hilarious name that we
Nasty
can come up
Club
with.
something.
The Nasty Club Insiders Video.
PBV.
I don't know. Anyway, there's that. You'll also get in on you can get in monthly, but if you want to get in on the merch package and like the voting for the SDs and priority draw for the Nasty Bash, first crack at SDs tickets, you can become a member. Well, yeah, real nice. You get a membership card. I know a bunch of people, renewals started a couple of days ago, but this is a chance for you to sign up. We've had a bunch of people reach out and be like, guys, how come I can't become an annual member throughout the year? Maddie's opened this window again for a couple of months where you can get in on the annual membership. Annual membership, $79.99 for the year plus GST. That'll also get you, in addition to all of the other things that we talked about, you'll get the new EST t-shirt and some EST socks. And then we get the annual premium memberships, which get you into some draws for some prizes and things throughout the year. That will include the new EST shirt, the new EST socks, the new EST scarf, and an EST lapel pin that you can wear with a suit to fancy occasions.
Very smart. You'll be wearing it on your CFL and TSN broadcasts, I'm sure. Right?
I could probably sneak that in one time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think. Well, suits always wears like an Air Force one.
Yeah.
Why can't I wear an EST?
That's what you're, exactly.
This is what I support.
For the boys.
Premium membership, $124.99. Like we said, access to goal songs, EST, the week that was, or whatever we're going to call it. You'll only be able to find that inside the Nasty Club. And then some priority stuff for anyway. All the details are online. You go up, you sign up for a Nasty Club account, and then once you're inside, you can choose what sort of options you want.
And I know there's a lot of you walking around out there that like to toot your own horns and do all that aren't card-carrying Nasty members for the first year. I know the names. Better see you on the registration sheet.
It's one of the biggest controversies we have. A Teef won an ST is not a Nasty Club member.
We carried him.
We carried him up on the stage. I know.
Not in the club. Not in the club.
Nature Boy says, guys, it's about 10 to 12 minutes to cook those when they're not frozen. Maybe you double it to like 24 and just keep an eye on it.
You know, we start now.
A pizza miracle?
You're looking at beer of the week.
Are we looking at a pizza miracle
And a little
here?
beer of the week pizza going on here.
You know what? Maybe we look at that.
For the show you've had today.
Oh, God. My Band-Aid show.
I'll do it. Don't do it with that hand.
I can't.
No, you can't.
I can't make a pizza with this hand right now.
Nastyology Weekly. Brad from Crossfield.
I think there's a better name out there. I think there's a better name. Also, for those of you who are just looking for merch, we will have a pop-up store online, I think at some point later this month, maybe early November. And it'll only be open for like 2.5 weeks. But all the merch will be available in there. You place your order and you'll have it to you by Christmas. Jason and Leduc says, I'm not a club member either. Oh, I'm disappointed.
Well, now, naming your own name.
I'm disappointed.
Hey, yeah. Well, okay.
It's a ballsy move right there.
Wow. Getting songs played on the air.
Not anymore. All right, that's the Italian Center. That's a good. Become a member of the Nasty Club. And get that membership card, get some merch, get some exclusive opportunities, get access to the goal songs.
Be somebody.
On your convenience. That's a good one. The Nasty Club. Be somebody. All right, who wants to play kind of easy trivia right now? Let's do this. Gift certificate, Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Shout out to my phone for not giving us any streaming issues.
Give it a kiss. Yeah.
I'm gonna French kiss this phone if this keeps working today.
Yes.
That'll be available inside the Nasty Club. Sign up for your membership today at edmontonsportstalk.com. All right, tell your friends about EST if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at edmontonsportstalk.com. Very easy. to stream it. So tell your buddies. If you want to win this gift certificate to Mr. Mike's, we're going with the new ticker today. We're going long ticker today.
Yeah.
Trev, I don't know why you're so disappointed in having to go long ticker.
Easy win.
I think this is, let me see the questions. Do we need a long ticker for these ones? It doesn't matter. We're doing it anyway. All right, we got a winner today. We're going to get a winner today. If you want to play, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. If you would like to play Kind of Easy Trivia today, deliver the dub on a Friday. Still to come in the third hour, possibly Italian Center Pizza. I mean, we got to take a run at it. Somebody fire up that toaster oven. Let's do it. Kind of Easy Trivia. 3 questions too many. We do have tickets to Whale and the Wolf, Gedfest. Tomorrow night.
Midway Music Hall.
That Hurts is on the way just after 8:30. Beer of the Week with Sawback Brewing out of Red Deer. And, of course, the wrap. The Edmonton Oilers get the dub on the road. Celebrating all morning here on a Friday. Next Friday, we might be throwing it back a little bit.
Well, you're not here.
Oh, no. Well, we can't do it on Friday. We should have done it today. Can't do it now. All right, well, it waits. It waits. It's going to be glorious. Although Tuesday might be interesting. No.
Changing 200.
Hello. I wish that was 300. Hammer the thumbs up on YouTube. Sub to the channel. If you want to play Kind of Easy Trivia right now, Mr. Mike's gift certificate, text us 780-218-9999. If you're looking for work, or you want to just work with a great crew, or you want to make a ton of money really quick and then maybe go on to something else, or you go make a ton of money and you're like, wow, this is really good. I want to make more money. Then you stay with the crew over at Clayburn Services. All right? They're hiring right now. ClayburnServices.com. Rick's got more after the update.
Preheat. Yeah. He's preheating. Oilers preheating as well in their 2-game road trip, taking it over the Preds last night, 4-2 down in Nashville. Connor McDavid, first goal of the season. Brett Kulak adding 2, and Jeff Skinner scoring to extend his point streak to 4 games. The road trip wrapping up tomorrow afternoon down in Dallas. The Stars dropping their first of the campaign last night, 3-2 to the Capitals. Kraken 6-4 over the Flyers. Vancouver getting past Florida 3-2 in overtime. The Kings winning in Montreal 4-1. Lightning topping Vegas 4-3. The Edmonton Oil Kings falling 6-2 to the Blades from Rogers Place. The club will set out on a 9-game road trip, which begins Sunday down in Red Deer. Broncos over the Saints 33-10, kicking off Week 7 in the NFL. Denver now 4-3. The loss drops New Orleans to 2-5. Week 20 in the Canadian Football League kicking off tonight from the Hammer. Ticats and Stamps. Elks, Riders, and Bombers all on a bye week. Dodgers over the Mets 10-2. LA now lead the NLCS 3-1. Game 5 later this afternoon back at Citi Field. First pitch 3:08. And drama down in Cleveland. David Fry's 2-run shot in the 10th, pulling the Guardians back to a 7-5 win over the Yankees, trimming New York's ALCS lead to 2-1. Game 4 tonight back in Cleveland. First pitch 6:08. Back over to hockey. AJHL action picks up again tonight. Devon on the road in Lloyd. Drayton Valley at home to Grand Prairie, while Olds will host Whitecourt. And in the BCHL, Langley host Brooks. Okotoks visit Coquitlam. Spruce Grove are out in Surrey, while Sherwood Park visit Blackfalds. Take your career to the next level with Clayburn Services. They're hiring all positions, including journeyman bricklayers and apprentices of all levels. Take advantage of their outstanding mentorship program and work with peace of mind knowing they are an industry leader in safety. Visit www.clayburnservices.com or make it easy and give Jeff a call, 780-910-6728.
Drop the puck. Let's go, Oilers, let's go. Let's go, Oilers, go. I hear the Oilers coming, boarding on the plane, off to the United States to play Canada's favorite game. A chance to win the glory, a chance to win the cup. Let's go, Oilers, let's go. Let's go, Oilers, go. Bring it back to our World Saint City, the city of champions. Since I was just a baby, grew up an Oilers fan. Remember Gretzky in the 80s, seeing 4 rings on just one hand, chasing through the 90s and into the millennium. Let's go, Oilers, let's go. Let's go, tried but failed. We got Skinner rock solid between the pipes and McDavid our holy grail. Ekholm on the back end, and don't forget the Bouchard ball. Sweeping rats off the ice in Edmonton, and bring us Lord Stanley's Cup. Let's go, let's go. I hear the Oilers coming, boarding on a plane, off to the U.S. of A to play Canada's favorite game. A chance to win the glory, a chance to win the cup. Let's go. Bring it back to our Austin city, the city of champions. Let's go. Bring it back to our Austin city, the city of champions.
Let's go, Oilers. Let's go. Woo! Woo! That's
Well,
a
you
good
can be
man.
forgiven. You're so excited. The morning getting any better.
I don't think that song got the run it deserved during the playoff run. Kind of got it late going into the Cup final. Then they lose the first three, gets lost in the shuffle. That's a catchy tune. As somebody said, this would be a great family, Vegas vacation movie, montage. Let's go. And they're just like,
Yeah,
Griswold's doing his thing.
It's a
and-
good vibe. Good beat.
All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can get in this morning. This text in there says, guys, are you really running the show off your hotspot? That's insane, but it sounds great. I'm curious about what happened this morning. Yeah, we are running the show today off my phone internet, and it's going pretty well so far.
Fair to say, a gutsy performance. I mean,
I've already
again,
put it
this
in.
show is. Yeah.
I put the whole thing in.
And speaking of which, Twitter Mary.
my-
She texted, I was grinding it out myself this morning. Yellow had backed up 45 minutes to get here to deliver these cookies. 45 minutes. Twitter Mary,
Twitter
thank
Mary bringing in the best damn chocolate chip cookies I ever had in
you.
my
Great
life.
to see you and Dave last night as well. Central Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. Let's have a bite.
Those are good. Those are real nice.
Not free.
Oh, yeah, not free.
Says in the box.
Not free stereo. Hey, Reed, you're okay. Just kidding. We're trying to turn this. I mean, this show's been turned around now. I put it in on the list of possible SC nominations. Gutsiest performance. Dusty cuts fingers. Streams show off phone internet.
Bakes frozen pie.
Bakes frozen pizza.
Has a score bar.
Wow. Like what a show.
We cracked the Darnell nurse.
What happened with Darnell nurse?
In the crack back.
Oh yeah, we did. We pulled Darnell. That's not going to go in there. That's not going to go in on the list. The Nielsen Show is brought to you by South Ford Chevrolet. If you have a vehicle, and you're sitting there, you're thinking to yourself, I might trade this in, but I wish I could go somewhere that would give me more I might trade in than other places. Well, are you in luck? Because South Ford Chevrolet will do just that. Tell them we sent you. Out in Fort Sask, 10-minute drive from the northeast end of the city. Drive a little, save a lot. Tell them we sent you. They'll give you an extra $1,000 credit on your training. Just like that.
And great internet.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Actually,
I mean, when we were out there, that was a treat.
that might have been the best road internet we've ever got in our life.
Absolute.
That was real nice.
Dave C780 Nasty Chat. What's your battery at? LOL. That is a
Good
question.
point.
I mean, we got to get it.
Oh, it's still actually, man, this is an iPhone 11.
You got your apps running, eh?
This is like Lars Eller grinding it out at this stage of his career. Probably should be replaced, but still going. Yeah, battery life's still good. Very impressed.
Spot on.
Yeah, very impressed. And you know what's? I'm gonna just behind the scenes funny. I gotta say it.
I know. No,
I got it.
why not? You're not lying.
This is
It's
the
just,
funniest
that's
thing.
how it is.
This is a work phone for me from TSN and Bell. So technically, we're streaming the show off Bell Internet today.
You should have whispered
on my Bell phone.
You should have whispered it.
Oh yeah. Also, don't tell anybody that because it's
whatever.
It's my other job phone, but
You still get access to the building.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's our internet.
Your yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the latest on the internet. All right, who's playing kind of easy trivia today, buddy? Who do we got?
Today, we have Big Uke.
Big Uke's gonna play.
Let's go, baby.
On a Friday.
Let's go.
With the, you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. I'm calling an audible. We're going short ticker for Big U.
Oh!
Because I will only go to the short ticker for guys I have the utmost faith in.
You know he's game.
Guys that I know are going to knock this thing out of the park.
Nasty member, right?
I know it. I have all the faith in the world. The questions aren't that long. We're going short ticker today. He's trying to get a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Let the festivities begin. Hey, did we put the pizza in?
Well, it's preheating, right?
No, I didn't put the pizza in, though.
That's okay. How long do you want it in now?
I don't know. Should we put it in now?
Well, sure. I don't know.
Yeah, we might as well put it in now. I didn't put it in. Sorry, boys. I just preheated. Make sure you turn that ticker back to the timer. So this toaster oven fits a full pizza. It's deep in there. Anyway, let the festivities begin with their new Mexican and Spanish-inspired features like Patatas Bravas, the Fusion Feast Platter, Chili Lime Ribeye, feature drinks, and more, plus $1 from every feature entree sold will help nourish a hungry child through a local breakfast program in this community, which is awesome. Join the Fiesta Fusion at your local Mr. Mike's. Enjoy casually and eat locally. All right, Big Uke. It's your time to shine, my man. You ready to go?
Pressure's on now. Let's go.
Just imagine. I would add this to the list of gutsy things that happened on the show today. The day after saying we're going to go strictly to long ticker, Big Uke plays, and I say, not today. We're going to go short ticker. I'm going to start the ticker after read the first question. Good luck, Uke. Here we go. Did the Edmonton Oilers win last night?
Yep.
Which Oilers defenseman scored 2 goals last night?
Kulak.
What position does UC Saros play?
Goalie.
Which team won the NFL Thursday Nighter?
Not the Saints.
True or false? Alvin Kamara is a quarterback.
No. False.
Got it. You got it. As simple as that.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
That's a paddling.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Oh, you better believe that's a paddling.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a paddling.
The first year, we took it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Big Uke. Clutch on a Friday.
You can see him doing the Pete Weber right now. Like the whole thing. That's with the ticker challenge and everything. Yeah, of course.
Awesome job. Congratulations, Uke. If you're watching on YouTube today and you want to support Big Uke, hammer the thumbs up. We would love that. We've got a chance for you to qualify for the EST Flyway to LA coming up on the Hangout today from 9 to 11. I do have Tommy bringing in our people are going to be like, so we do have a backup Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And we're going to set that up today and try that too, just so we don't have to stream off our phones all day. Yeah. We use it when we're on location, and it usually works relatively well. So we'll set that up today too, and try to get to the bottom of the little tricksters over at Shaw & Rogers today, ruining our lives.
Shawgers.
Shop in store or online at parisjewelers.com. Of course, you can text us, Paris Jewelers inbox. They're family owned and operated. Great family too. 22 stores in 4 provinces across the country. Flexible payment options, including do not pay for 1 year, which you absolutely gotta love. I think you're going to be pretty happy with that. So, yes, you can text us anytime at 780-218-9999.
I've got something under my head.
Just kidding. I was just messing with the people on TuneIn and iHeart.
I thought this was a Gedfest thing you're doing here.
A sly dog. I'm sorry. You know what? I should have done it. It's too greasy. Trevor's loving it. I shouldn't have done it. I apologize to everybody listening on TuneIn and iHeart and at EdmontonSportsTalk.com who've had that popping in and out on the last couple of days.
Imagine if we had tickets for tomorrow's show, and every time you hear Whale and the Wolf, like you win tickets, like people are we're giving away like hundreds, thousands of tickets.
I think one of the boys, who's the Whale and Wolf account? Is that Rymai or Lucas on the national?
I think it's a shared. Okay, I do believe.
Anyway,
it.
they said today, hey, when the stream drops out, instead of playing us, you should play old Wheel of Fortune clips.
That's not a bad idea.
Hey?
Takes the pressure off them for handling that negative situation. You know, like nobody wants to.
Exactly.
People, like, damn it, them again. You know, but
these guys.
Or
Anyway.
a Teef song. You know, wouldn't that be something?
No, we don't have to do
Keep
that.
people around.
Anyway, sorry about that. I was just messing with you. Oh, well, let's see what this sounds like today. This is the shortened version.
Yes.
Of Turn Your Headlights On. Turn Your Headlights On.
Turn your headlights on. Turn your headlights on. When you're on the Anthony and they going 100 miles an hour. Turn your headlights on. Turn your headlights on. Headlights on, turn your headlights on. This song was dedicated to Will Frazier. Turn your headlights on.
See, that's better. That's much better. The shorter version of Turn Your Headlights On, that is much better.
That's a non-Nasty Club member, Atif, there.
Yeah. Hey, Atif, sign up.
Yeah, you coward.
Coward. Unbelievable, this guy. We lift you on stage in your chair at the Estes, and you don't even sign up as a Nasty Club member? Unbelievable.
Shame.
My buddy Tanel, this is funny, actually. I remember this. This is a good idea, actually. We were struggling with the internet this morning. What is your worst internet experience? You know, one of mine would have been Spite League this year.
Yeah, right, eh?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Don't even want to talk about
what got you more upset, this morning or Spite League incident?
Oh, Spite League.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost went up and said, turn this plane around.
Well, you're up there. You can't do anything.
Land
You're
it now.
Yeah.
We got to get this done.
At least now you have options.
Anyway, so guy, worst internet experience since that time we tried to have the Wandering Cone Hockey League draft with the guys online, and Riley's internet would drop when his girlfriend called the house every 15 minutes. Hey, you're supposed to be up. Sorry about the greasy move with Whale and the Wolf on the stream there. I kind of feel bad, but it had to be kind of funny too, I think. Yeah. I think that's a good one. Raider Jesse says, guys, I might buy Atif a Nasty Club membership if he promises to give up his musical career.
Well, isn't that something we can all get behind, hey?
I think we can all get behind
Pass the hat around.
Let's get a GoFundMe for an Atif Nasty Club membership, but no more songs. Except for the ones we already have that we like Jarius Jackson for real and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's going to be a classic sooner than later, though.
I think so. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today for the great staff at Park Mazda. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment?
3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and their great internet connection. Check them out today, parkmazda.ca. Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
Tyler and Terwilliger. Guys, I'm having an issue on iHeart. There's a guy that keeps talking, thinks he's funny, but he's not. Please fix ASAP.
Yeah, more Whale and the Wolf.
Sorry, Tyler. That's probably the biggest troll job I've done in 15 years in the media. After the debacle over the last 24 hours. Do you have a Twitter account?
Yes.
Do we have a station Twitter account?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. It's at YEG Sports Talk. That's Edmonton Sports Talk. And again, the beauty of following that account is this morning, when things went awry, that's where you go. If you're ever concerned that music is playing, you're getting PTSD by how the other place shut down, you go to at YEG Sports Talk on Twitter. That will have an update. That will be the place. That will be your muster point, your shining beacon, the lighthouse. That's where all the info will be. This morning, we apologize. Some internet difficulties. Please stand by. The Nielson Show will return momentarily, and we did. Mm-hmm. The Twitter account never lies. And again, the quest for 5,800 continues, 11 away. Give it
We're
a follow.
that close?
At YEG Sports Talk. Man. Give it a follow. You need to be following it because that's going to keep you up to date on anything and everything. Anything. Where are the boys? I can't hear the boys. Get on the Twitter account.
11 away from 58? Go give us a follow. We need 11 more followers at 58. Question number 1. How much of the power play just falls on Bouchard apparently going through the motions this year?
Some of it?
Yeah, a bit of it. Like,
everybody's guilty.
Bouchard's in that cruise control mode right now where he's just on the deck whittling away. No real sense of urgency in his game really so far.
On the deck whittling away.
Well,
I like that. Hey, he's got a corncob pipe in. He's just kind of
like like on the power play.
I see your power play. I'll get to your power play. Yeah.
Turning it over in front of your own goalie on the power play. What type of world are we living in here? So I don't know. Like, I think the power play is going to be fine. You're not putting anybody else out there. But, the point man on the power play, the guy who first transports the puck up until it's time to dump it off to Connor McDavid, and then the guy who makes decisions with the puck at the point as they either put it up to him for the one time or pass it to him because Draisaitl can't immediately get the pass from McDavid, so they use Bouchard as a middleman. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, part of the blame for the power play would be Bouchard, but I don't think you can sit here today and go, well, the reason the Oilers power play isn't working because Bouchard looks like he's stuck in neutral to start the season. I don't think you can say that. I think that's probably throwing a guy too much under the bus.
I mean, I like your analogy of sitting on the deck. Bouchard, I see a power play. I don't care. I'll get to your power play. And Marco says Bouchard always starts the season terribly. Why is anyone surprised?
Trev, what do you think of Bouchard's role in the power play struggles?
I was just going to touch on, like, he's definitely not helping them right now. And as we saw last year, the start to the season was he was horrendous, right? But But how he finished, I mean, just so well. So it's going to take some time. It shouldn't take some time, but I don't know. It's just weird how he has that approach to the game where you haven't really seen that. It just for him, he doesn't really bring that intensity till like later in the season. So he's not helping them. But I mean, there's been times like this power play is going to produce with or without him. We've seen that in the past. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Bush is going to be okay. He's going to figure it out, and then it's going to be good. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be good, guys.
It's going to be fine. No, YouTube, mark it down. What is today? October 18th. Yes. Today's the day that Trev said the power play was going to be good. This is like you calling them as a playoff team.
I remember that tweet. Seems like ages ago.
Question number 2, guys. Any idea on what the delay is on an Elks presidential decision? I thought this would be done by now. What do we need a timeline on this?
Well, we did. We heard October, right? It's now October 18. So we're not out of October yet. Still got some time here. Maybe a Halloween announcement. Hey,
I mean, they could finish the season next week and then still do an announcement, and it's still in October.
Yeah.
Right. So
I just think, again, as I've said, get these appointments correct. If there's some discussion, if it's not signed, sealed, delivered, 100%, everybody's on board. Get the right people you want. Don't rush it. This is a chance and an opportunity to hit a restart. Get the people that you want in place. Get everybody on board. Make the announcement whenever it is. But I don't. There's no deadline or I mean, if fans think they were promised something or a certain time or whatever. I mean, who cares? It's not going to be Christmas. We're not going to be going into 2025 and still having this question. Shouldn't be, anyways. So it'll happen. But I mean, what was the question? Are we concerned or anything? I mean, no. It's again, it'll happen.
Well, the question was like, what do you think the delay is?
Oh, what do you think? Well, dotting T's, crossing I's, or something along those lines. I don't know. Like, I mean,
it's kind of a big job.
It's a big job. It's a big position. And again, I just think you want to make sure this is right because you're kind of you're paving a brand new freeway here. So let's get the foundation laid and get it going and make sure everybody's kind of on board and thinking in the same direction.
It's a good point. Like you can't half-ass this.
There's no point in doing that. Why would you?
You can't half-ass this.
To only half-ass it again down the road here sooner rather than later. So
I wonder if it's, well, I don't know. I mean, I would hope that Rick and Larry, Rick being the sort of interim president for a while now, and Larry, of course, the new owner, I would hope they're on the same page, but maybe they're not. Like maybe Rick is saying, and Rick's been around the league for a long time. Yeah. And he's done some really good things. And maybe he thinks it should be one guy and Larry wants to go into another. So there's maybe there's a little bit of a debate on who it should be right now.
Sure.
Who knows?
And those are two different, as you mentioned, minds coming together to try and find one. Fergie's Prostate says, who's that in the Smash Mash costume? It's the new Elks president. Wouldn't that be something? That's how they should do the reveal. Get old Smash Mash out there.
Could do that.
Just a very oversized.
That would be good. Who's the reveal? It's Reed Wilkins. What? Luke makes a good point. Guys, it'll be because the new president's going to be Ed Hervey, and he's still under contract with the Ticats.
If you want to connect some of those dots, that's fair as well. That's
Makes
a game
sense.
you can play.
That makes a lot of sense. Question number 3, guys. It's National No Beard Day. Who's one person that's known for their beard that you'd like to see without a beard?
There's a long form joke here that I'm not going to try to explore.
I'm trying to think. Who are good beard guys right now that would look funny without a beard?
Tube Socks. And Godfather.
Tube Socks. I've seen the Godfather T-Roy without his beard long time ago.
Wow.
It's a round face. But yeah, Tube Socks without a beard would be good.
Well, you back in the day when he was like a rocker, have you seen those pictures?
Was it really
He had long hair and no beard. Like he was like a Motley Crue type of esque.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Now he's a full-time graphic design artist
with a big beard.
Mm-hmm. Man, what about in sports or like in movies? People who have like you only know them with a beard.
James Harden. Like you're thinking of beard.
James Harden would look just like
clean shaven.
Urkel.
Clean shaven. Eh?
Yeah, clean
Real
shaven
tight.
beard
Yeah, yeah,
guys. I wouldn't mind seeing LeBron without his beard again. He's had a beard
Take
for a
it
long,
back.
long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You run it back.
To get
a
the
little
haters
bit.
off his back, right? He's
Mhm.
young, you know.
Trying to think who else famous for a beard.
Beards are kind of aren't they out now in terms of like sports? I mean, there used to be a time when who's that Dodgers pitcher? Who's that guy with he tied up there? You don't see too many big ones.
No, I mean
Playoff beards happen, but we're not in the playoffs. They're not even close.
Radko Gudas.
Is that?
I don't want to see Radko Gudas' bare
on the
face.
Ducks captain.
Oh man, Mike makes a good point. Santa. Imagine Santa without his beard.
Wouldn't that be a trip? You go to a mall.
You sit down.
Santa's there just
Santa,
hello.
you shaved. What? I can't imagine a Santa without a beard. Good for Santa for having his beard on. Joel says Matthias Ekholm. Got a nice big manly beard.
Well, and he's Swedish, so you know he'd look good still.
Of course
yeah,
he would.
yeah.
He's a handsome man.
Ooh, Kent Morrison, Jay Siggy Rocker.
Good one.
Have you seen him without a beard? It's
Yeah,
kind of
you
weird.
have the photo.
Yeah, I have the photo. Yeah,
You have
yeah,
the
yeah,
photo
yeah.
of him without a beard.
That's weird.
Yeah.
He needs the beard. Yeah, he's.
Do you think people grow out a full beard because they hate their face?
There could be something like sometimes. If you have like no chin, somebody with like a no chin.
Tube Socks.
you
As
have
a
a
beard
chin?
guy listening right now, do you hate your face? Is that why you grow a beard? I grow a beard in CFL off season. Probably after Spengler, I'll crank it up a bit. But I don't get it too crazy. I just like to have a little bit of facial hair.
I was looking back at playoffs this last year. I'm never growing a beard again.
What?
I can't believe you boys
Come
let me go
on.
that long.
Why not?
I look so bad.
It's fun.
But then do you guys do you remember my handlebar mustache? That was legendary. So I'll be bringing that back for November.
You are?
I
Okay,
can't wait
that's
for that.
good.
I can't wait for that.
That's real nice.
Rip City Step says Nuge. It's out of control.
Got to get that done.
Robert Clark, imagine him taking to the ice for doing anthem one night and just down to the wood.
So how about this quick little update here? I don't know if I should say his name because I don't know if he's supposed to be doing this to work, but we have a Rogers employee who's in the biz tech business says, I looked at your modem and I'm seeing a signal issue to your modem. What?
Well, thank you.
I said, so what does that mean? And are you messing with me? And he says, no, this is legit.
Legit.
I can see your modem was power cycled 2 hours ago. Have you reseated the coax cable to the modem?
That's nice.
I'm checking your neighbors as well, so we can check our neighbors.
How does he do that?
How is
he
this
doing
is
that?
so cool.
You didn't give him permission.
I don't care. Just do it.
Just do it.
Hey, fix the internet, my man.
Sure. Yeah.
And let me know about, I think he says when he says reseat the coax cable, take it off and then put it back in.
Blow on it.
That must be what it is. Ooh, things just got interesting in the internet business. All right, we do have tickets to Whale and Wolf Gedfest. Let's give those away right now.
This is not a drill.
We're still here.
This is not a test.
So it goes. So it goes. Right now, you're going to text us. Text us Gedfest. GEDFEST. One of you will win a pair of tickets to go see the boys at Gedfest. That is happening tomorrow night. You can get tickets at gedfest.ca.
Tube Sock sent in a picture of his,
No, he
his
didn't.
youth.
No,
youth.
he didn't.
You
Wait,
wouldn't even
pre-beard or long beard? Got Come on.
Right?
That's a.
He took the hair from his head and put it on his face.
I can't believe that's the same dude.
Yeah. Wild
I mean,
stuff.
it looks like a nice face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate that face. All right, that's good. Gedfest right now, 780-218-9999. We got Beer of the Week coming up. Looks like that camera's off or something, but we'll get to that around 8:45. On the way next, That Hurts for the heavy hitters of injury law at James H. Brown. Reynaldo, an update. If you're looking for a place to sit or sleep, the sit and sleep guys, if you're listening or watching this morning, what's the pillow business like at your place? I got to get some new pillows. I need to buy like 4 or 5
That's a big
new
decision.
pillows.
That's a big decision.
It's a huge decision. I'm going to start there. I'm going to start with the pillows, then get the bed.
Yeah. You got a whole new life here. You're going to be a whole new you.
Trying to recover from the cut. Let's get to the update right now for sit and sleep.
Oilers bumping their record to 2-3 with a 4-2 victory over the Predators down in Nashville last night. The 2-game road trip will wrap up tomorrow afternoon in Dallas. The Stars dropped their first of the season 3-2 to the Capitals. Kraken skating 6-4 over the Flyers. Canucks over Florida 3-2 in overtime. Kings winning on the road 4-1 over Montreal. And Tampa topping the Golden Knights 4-3. The Edmonton Oil Kings will set out on a 9-game road trip. That'll start Sunday in Red Deer. Oil Kings falling at home last night to the Blades 6-2. Saints falling at home to the Broncos 33-10 to kick off Week 7 in the NFL. Denver now 4-3. New Orleans dropping to 2-5. Week 20 in the Canadian Football League kicking off tonight from Hamilton. Ticats and Stamps. Elks, Riders, and Bombers are all on a bye week. Major League Baseball playoffs continue today. Last night, the Dodgers spanking the Mets 10-2. LA will now take a 3-1 series lead into Game 5 this afternoon from Citi Field. First pitch 3:08, while David Fry's 2-run homer in the 10th saw the Guardians pull off a 7-5 come-from-behind win over the Yankees, trimming New York's ALCS lead 2-1. Game 4 tonight back in Cleveland. First pitch 6:08. AJHL action picks up again tonight with 3 games. Olds are at home to Whitecourt. Drayton Valley host Grand Prairie while Devon visits Lloyd. And in the BCHL, Sherwood Park are in Blackfalds, Spruce Grove on the road in Surrey, Okotoks visiting Coquitlam, and Langley hosting the 9-0 Brooks Bandits. The wait is over. Sit and Sleep is now open. Celebrate with 20,000 square feet of savings on the trendiest furniture, home decor, and mattresses. Apply for your Sit and Sleep card today to make no payment for 18 months interest-free and be entered to win your purchase up to $5,000 on furniture and home decor. Next to Planet Fitness in South Edmonton Common.
I can remember back being an 11-year-old kid, about 75 pounds on the basketball court against the neighborhood bully, kicking his behind left, right, and center.
I call you when I need you, my heart's on fire.
When it was all said and done, he was a little upset, so he punched me in the mouth.
You come to me, wild and wild.
My uncles were over on the side, observing, talking amongst themselves, adult things.
When you come to me, give me a...
When he punched me in my mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. And you know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back and he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle, looking for protection. Needed Big Brother to protect me. He pushed me back again. And you know what I did? I faced him in the eyes, and I said, my uncle's not going to help me. And I punched him in the face. Then I looked him in the eye, and I said, then what? Now what? Now what? Now what are you going to do?
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. Stuck on your heart. Hang on every word you say. Tell us about maybe I would rather be dead.
There you go. That's Whale and the Wolf, Cavis Reed pump-up song. Go see the guys at Gedfest. And, yeah, we will give somebody a pair of tickets. Text in Gedfest right now, 780-218-9999. Man, that toaster oven, It's way better than the internet.
Oh, she's firing.
It is. That.
Why would you even need an oven?
We almost burnt that thing.
Yeah, it's crispy. It'll be crispy.
It's crispy.
But that's good. Good undercarriage.
How long did we put it in for?
25-ish. Did you?
So, you know what? I think even from frozen, you can just do 20 minutes on those things.
This is a good test, actually.
It's a real good test.
Yeah.
We'll
Phrase
get to it.
had it, though, when it was just like...
Oh, it was perfect.
Pillowy soft, eh?
Of course, Phrase, eh?
He knows what he's
What a
saying.
guy. Figures that out.
Your tech has been back.
My what?
The tech.
Oh, yeah. So the latest on the internet here. This is awesome. We got somebody who listens who can check out the
Coming to
signal.
the rescue. Love it.
He says the spa downstairs, their modem's having the same problem as our modem.
And now he says checking buildings next door.
Seeing the same signal issue in neighboring buildings. Submitting possible outage form for area with examples. We'll update you once I get a reply.
So that's...
What?
Yeah.
This
nice
is
to know.
This is phenomenal.
It's nice to know you're not suffering alone, you know?
This is phenomenal. I'm so tempted to give this guy a conch. It's not the 6 o'clock hour. I'm so tempted, but we can't, unfortunately, because of the rules.
You know what, though? Given this show and the day it's been, breaking a little house rule for...
We did it. Put it on the list of the gutsiest show of the year.
Your finger.
Play an 8 o'clock lunch with the... I'll do it with the finger. Ah! Now I got to change my Band-Aid because of all the blood.
Maybe
You're
a stitch
okay?
in there, eh?
I'll be okay. I'm trying. Anyway, let's get to that hurts.
Well, you might as well recant the story of this morning.
I will. James H. Brown.
Did you call Trent?
You know what I feel like? I feel like that picture of Trent with his cut nose.
Same thing.
You know, like,
Same thing.
Trent from James H. Brown with,
Yep.
with the cut nose when he played with the Eskimos back in the day. That's what I feel like today doing this show. That's probably exactly what he felt like. If you've been injured in an accident,
that's you.
Go to jameshbrown.com. I'm going to sue myself.
Well, what did you cut it on again? The
company's knife. That knife.
Too sharp.
It's too sharp to use it partially in the dark at 4:50 in the morning.
Absolutely.
The heavy hitters of injury law. This is the first time that we've ever done That Hurts in which one of us has actually been physically
You
hurt.
are in pain. You're bleeding.
This is it. Trent, I don't know if you can get me some sort of settlement here, but do you want to see the cut?
I'll take a look.
I got another bed. It might be good to get some air to it. Probably stop bleeding.
Probably, yeah. You don't need a stitch, though. Hey, I mean, is it a deep?
I thought
don't know.
about that
You
briefly.
Go to the medical clinic. Or,
So I told the story earlier this morning. If you missed it, though, I'll recap it for That Hurts. Then we got Beer of the Week coming up. So this morning, I was packing up, flying to Vancouver to do that BC Lions game tomorrow after the show today. Not going to have time to go home. So I packed up this morning, and I noticed I have this great travel bag. It's like a suit. The suit like wraps around this canister. It's a great travel bag. I want to have it forever. But one of the ends is starting to fray a little bit. So I was like, oh, I'll just fix this. So I grabbed my crack pack, X-Acto knife, pushed it out, and I held it up, sliced off the part that was frayed, then went into my finger and went, ah! And then I yelled from the basement. I said, I'm down. Tammy. I called her. She comes running downstairs. She goes, what's wrong? I said, I sliced my finger open. Get the kids. I have to say goodbye because you never know.
Get to the safe room.
Marshall comes down, passes out.
Yeah.
Elizabeth didn't even wake up. So I cut my finger today. Do you know how hard it is to type?
I believe it.
Like this right
Well,
here?
psychologically too. Now you're kind of you're.
It's messed up my whole day.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll do the big reveal here for you, Rick.
Okay.
I'll show you my.
Let's take a look. See.
Show you my finger. Ugh.
Well, are you calling the game with suits? I'm sure he'll take care of you. Give you a little kiss on the finger. Maybe you can.
Where is it? See it? It's in there. There's a cut.
Yeah. I think so. Hey, I can't even see it.
Like technically, I can't see it right
Is
now.
that ketchup?
Maybe it was just ketchup.
I was expecting like a pretty. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to.
You know what? I can't technically see the cut anymore.
No. Well, hey, you're a quick healer.
Hey,
yeah, that's
this Band-Aid's a miracle.
very good Band-Aid.
This Band-Aid works
You won't be
miracles.
suing them.
Oh, I'm back, baby. What a show.
Yeah, well, hey,
Recovered.
let her breathe.
Recovered as well.
Yeah.
This show just gets better and better. This is great. All right. Well,
here we go.
back.
Yeah, give it a nice wash and.
You know what? I'll say this: when it happened, it hurt. And there was a cut there, I swear.
Shoggy in St. Albert, our tech guy, is back in. He's officially not on the clock. Pro bono work. So he's even better. Like he's.
Who are you, Trent? James H. Brown? Pro bono? That's a lawyer term.
Exactly.
I love it, man. Let's figure out what happens with this internet. But thanks for looking into it. Now at least I know I'm not going crazy.
Well, Huffy the Clown says I feel your pain as well, both probably for the internet issues and your sizable cut.
Man. Whew, I hope I can still get through security at the airport with this.
Bones Marshall kneeling and wailing like a Middle Eastern grandmother, just like he's just screaming at the
Daddy, stay with me. I will, son.
Somebody nominating tech guy for an SD.
Yeah, I mean
hero.
that's big. That's I mean he hasn't fixed it yet. Let's calm down. But
Well,
at least he's looking into it.
And
He's
pro
looking into
bono
it.
is
And pro bono's great.
yeah, I mean that's
This is the first time in my life somebody ever done anything pro bono.
Huffy the Clown's actually missing part of his finger, and he texted in a photo of it. So it's not.
Is it as bad as mine?
Well,
Yeah, that's worse. That's worse.
yeah, that's.
It's like it's a little bit numb.
But you know what? No, but I'm saying it's probably bad, but you heal quick. That's a sign. This is a healthy body here at work.
You know what? It is. Thanks, Rick.
Modern.
All right, should we grab these beers? Let's get the
And the
let's
pizza.
get the Trav, you got the beer? Let's hit it. Let's get ready for beer of the week. We got beer, we got pizza. It's a terrific Friday here as we grind out a really, really tough show today. But things are going well. The Oilers win, everybody's fired up, and now we're getting fired up. Dive into beer of the week. You can't find the beer of the week song? I'm gonna have to it's gotta be here. Oh no, I got the beer league song. I can play the beer league song. You know what, Trevor? You can't find. I'll play the beer league song then. Don't worry about it. Oh, he found it. Strummy thinks I should put my magical Band-Aid on the router. See if it works. Healed my finger miraculously. Maybe it does the same. Maybe it does the same to the router. Anyway, Shaggy, thanks for looking into this. Oh, yeah, I have to text him back a code. Oh, it's getting serious now. Man, I hope this guy's for real. Hey, Dusty, I need your credit card info. That would be great. Yeah, I'll get you the. Let me get you the. I'll get you the code here. I'm trying to think which email it would have gone to. Shaggy, did it say which email it was going to go to? I'll take a peek at a couple of them. We'll get that for you. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Let's see here. Nope, I don't see it just yet. Probably went to the other one. Tommy Gazzola's in the house. Look at this. Look at this. We got the pizza celebration. Sawback gave us T-shirts. Look at this one. Look at that. I feel like I'm committing to a college. This Friday, I'll be attending Sawback. Just like that. All right, let's get into Sobey's Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. We're going to have a gift certificate to give away a little bit later on, so make sure you're listening for that. We've got Scott from Sawback Brewing down in Red Deer joining us on the show virtually from just down the highway. Scott, good morning. How are you?
How you doing? I'm pretty good.
Well, Scott, as you may have seen, I cut my finger this morning before the show, so I'm trying to grind it out.
Media is dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. All right, man. So tell us a little bit about your story. Tell us about Sawback.
Sawback. Well, we're in Red Deer, and we were established in 2018. Focus on small batch craft beers and kind of, just everything that involves, and a little bit on the story. The name Sawback, the Red Deer River headwaters are in the Sawback Mountain Range and Banff National Park. So it's kind of our city's connection to the Rockies. Yeah, you betcha. That's where our water comes from. That's what goes into our beer.
What were you doing before you decided to get into the brewing business? That always intrigues me.
Me personally?
Yeah.
I was a bass player.
You know what? I have to tell you, I was so close to saying a lot of the time the guys are in bands before they get it. That's so weird.
Well, the first sentence on your website here, I'm seeing a crazy idea born in a garage with friends. Was this part of like a jam derivative type of deal? You guys are hanging around?
Yeah, well, there's a little bit of a hockey connection there too. Some of the guys all played hockey together and enjoyed drinking IPAs and thought, hey, let's try to make one. And it was born in a garage, and the beer was pretty good. So I thought, hey, why not try and make a go of it?
Simple as that.
So beer and hockey, or beer, hockey, and music basically is kind of the
That's
the
not
building
a bad
block.
idea. That's not a bad idea. I think that's good. So, all right, what did we drop off here yesterday? What do we got? We got the hazy blonde. We got the brown ale. We've got the East Coast style pale ale. We got the West Coast IPA, and we got an Irish red ale. So we're gonna dive into all 5 of them.
Yeah.
Which one is what do we got for the beer of the week? That's the brown ale.
That's the Red Shed Brown Ale. Yeah, you betcha. That one's a collaboration between ourselves and Red Shed Malting out of Penhold, one of the province's first craft roasters of malts, and the Hamill family farm. They grow everything right there. They do all the malting right there. So 100% of the malts used in that beer from right here in Central Alberta.
Which order should we try these in? You would probably have a better idea of how we should do this.
Well, if you want to do them all, usually we say malts then hops. So I'd probably maybe why don't you start with the hazy blonde?
The hazy blonde.
That one's
all right.
Yeah,
Hazy
that
blonde,
one
yeah.
is that one's a nice, light, easy drinking blonde with a little modest dry hop to it, a little bit of citrus kind of notes to it. Super crushable. It's our gold medal winner.
Whoa.
One for Alberta's best patio beer.
Yeah, on that website there as well.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, we've been pretty honored. There's some amazing beer that gets made here in this province from a lot of breweries all over, and it's nice to be mentioned in the conversation. So,
won an award this year?
This year, no.
Okay. Well, okay, but this was so. When did this one? What year did this one win? I'm just curious. Like,
so the hazy blonde won gold in 2019. It won silver again in 2022. Yeah, you betcha.
so it's a two-time medalist.
It's a 2-time winner. Yeah, you betcha.
All right, the hazy blonde,
super crushable.
Okay, well that's what we like from Sawback Brewing. Cheers. Here's to Shaggy in St. Albert trying to fix the internet remotely.
Love it.
Never seen anything like it in my life. Oh.
Yeah, that's crushable.
Man. That's really good. I mean, it's gonna be for me. It's gonna be tough to top that one.
I have a few ideas,
really
but
good.
that's a good start.
That's really good. I like
Great
that.
jumping point.
All right, where are we going next, man?
Why don't we move over to the Irish Red?
Irish Red Ale.
Now
Okay.
we're talking.
Yeah,
This
you
is,
betcha. So
more
that
nice
one's a
beer.
nice sessionable red, not super bloaty, nice, easy drinking.
How many different beers do you have?
Well, we have six different core beers, and at any given time, we have probably upwards to about 10 to 12 different beers rotating our tap room, sometimes upwards to 14.
So, with the seat, like, how much do you guys enjoy? You got to have your core beers, obviously. It's like the Oilers power play. You got to have those guys. But how much do you enjoy, like, the season ones that changed? That's got to keep you busy, keep you creative, I would think.
That's right. Absolutely. It's kind of why we're in the whole business, right? Is for the craft side of things, and cores are great, but usually about once every 6 weeks we release a new seasonal or limited release batch. We have a wild fermentation program as well, so there's different kinds of beers that come out of that, which are pretty funky and fun. And just our head brewer Alex is, brewers are like artists. They want to paint, and so. It's nice when he's picking up the brush and making some awesome stuff happen. So,
award winner as well, 2021 silver.
Come on,
yeah, that one. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah,
just award.
That one won
podium.
silver.
The old podium.
Yeah.
That one got silver in Alberta and it won bronze in Canada in 2022 as well.
Come on, wow, that's just a couple of years ago. All right, well, cheers to Band-Aids. Miraculously healing
they save
healing vicious cuts. Oh, baby. That is nice and smooth. I like it. 2 for 2.
Yeah, very, very sessionable Irish style. Nice, easy drinkable. You get some nice kind of like little caramelly notes, little raisiny notes, but just nice. And again, pretty crushable.
All right, we got the East Coast style pale ale, the West Coast IPA, and the brown ale that you did with Red Shed. Where are we going next?
Let's go to the brown ale, the beer of the week.
All right, this is the beer of the week on special. What is the deal? I had it kicking around here somewhere, and I'll track it down. Let's see here.
Yeah, so that one will be available at all Sobey's locations starting today as a beer of the week for the next week across the province. So that's a nice light brown.
It is a light brown. I was expecting something a little bit darker. Yep. This is kind of unique. It almost looks more mapley. Or whatever
syrup,
than straight up a brown ale. How do you get? I mean, was that what you were intending to do, or did you just make a brown ale? Like, damn, it's light brown. What's up with this?
Yeah, so that one was to be in the kind of style of a light British ale, almost like a Newcastle brown, something along those lines, which is a little bit of a lighter brown. It's got some really nice toasty kind of notes, some biscuit notes, a little bit of dark fruit in there as well, that all comes from the malts.
That's how you get the coloring? That's kind of how it all works?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah.
I always was just like back in the day when you could get white milk and then squeeze chocolate into it and get chocolate milk. That's how I always
more of a process.
It would be made. All right. Cheers to the Edmonton Oilers getting that road win.
Road win in
Will
Nashville,
they ever lose on the road? Who knows?
There you go.
Real nice. Hey, you being in Red Deer, big ask here. Flames fan or Oilers fan?
Oilers fan since birth.
My man. I knew it.
Yeah.
I know. You probably say the same thing to those Calgary shows, though. Come on, Scott.
Hey, I'm everything to everybody. No, I'm joking.
Smart man.
No, I joke. No, my dad had a quarter season ticket in the early 80s.
Oh,
so when I was about,
That's the right time to have it.
Yeah, you betcha. No, since I was born, that was I've been an Oilers fan. So.
All right, we got East Coast and West Coast. What do we do?
Let's go East Coast.
All right.
So our East Coast is our East Coast. It's a hazy pale ale, 5.2%, super juicy, it's nice tropical kind of hop notes.
All right, we're going.
You're thinking of the rap game, aren't you?
I'm thinking of that rap show. Remember when East Coast and West Coast?
Oh yeah,
what was that? The not the VMAs. It was a music awards show. And things were really tense at the time with We're not with P. Diddy.
Well, it was,
with Tupac and Biggie at the time.
Yeah, no, that's
I can assure you there's no. That's right. Yeah, I can assure you there's no beef between our East Coast and our West Coast. So
okay, that's good to know that. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? There's gonna be a weird toast, but a toast to Tupac and Biggie
and Snoop,
and of course Snoop Dogg. Yes.
There you go.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, if that hasn't won an award, it probably should.
Yeah, what's
that
what's
one?
The big,
actually,
big difference between the East and the West.
Yeah, sorry. What's the difference between the East and the West? So East Coast style is more New England style. So that's super, like kind of hazy, juicy, tropical. West Coast is clear, citrusy, piney. So that's kind of the difference between the two. And that our East Coast Pale Ale won gold in Canada in 2023.
Gold.
What?
Yeah, you betcha.
Come on. All right, final
and
one.
You betcha, yeah.
West Coast IPA.
This is a 2021 Canadian National Brewing Awards American Style Brett Beer Silver Award winner.
How
this one? Well, that's actually a slight variation on our West Coast. Our base West Coast is a bronze medal winner in 2022 in Alberta. So that's that guy there. We do have a wild fermentation program where we take that beer and it sits for about a year in white oak foeders and comes out in a much more complex and kind of intense wild beer, which did win silver back-to-back in Canada. But this is the base beer, the mother beer for that one.
All right, excellent. Let's try this fifth one. Cheers. Thanks for the time today, man. Let's take a story.
Hey,
merch as well.
Come here. Yeah, thanks for the hat and the merch.
Hey, no problem, guys. We really appreciate being part of the show, and appreciate shout out to Sobey's for Beer of the Week and all their support to the craft beer industry as well.
Delicious.
This is a unique taste.
Yeah,
I like this one. We've had a bunch of different ones, so they're all hitting a little bit differently. But
it's a very quick flight of beer.
16 beer in total. Is that by my count here? Or?
Yeah, well, it fluctuates depending on the season, but yeah, we have 16 taps at the brewery right now. We've got 15 beers on those 16 taps. So
great stuff.
Excellent. Yeah. What's the address down in Red Deer if people are swinging through or heading down there?
So we're right off Highway 2. It's about 90 seconds off Highway 2, 67th Street exit, just north of the roundabout there. It's on Johnston Drive, 7023 Johnston Drive.
All right, you can hit us up at 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Just text Beer Me, and we got a gift certificate to Sobey's and Safeway Liquor. I suggest you pick it up, and you go grab some Sawback Brewing. Appreciate the time today, Scott. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Scott.
Hey, thanks, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, Scott's a nice guy, isn't he?
Great
These
guy.
hats and stuff. This is great. We had the beer. Now let's dive into this pizza. This is from Italian Center. So this was frozen. We put it in the toaster oven.
Test.
And I think we overdid it a little bit, but
A crisp pie ain't bad. It's good
Well,
undercarriage,
actually-
you know, like
actually,
you can have it either way.
no, this is real nice.
Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, we might have done this the perfect amount. I think there's a little bit of crisp on this bad boy.
You prefer it to Phrase's soft, pillowy crisp?
I think I do.
Yeah.
I think this is better than what Phrase did. Oh, this is real nice.
Take that, Phrase.
You're with Phrase next Friday.
It'll be great. Can't wait.
That will be fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to chew by the mic. I know people were freaking out last week.
I know. Put some Will and the Wolf on.
Can't do that again. All right, let's get into the rap for William Huff.
What a rap it'll be.
Oh, what a rap it'll be.
Rapping, again.
A legendary show.
Survey Rex put in the phone. Gutsiest like it's all in there. It's all recorded, documented.
So this is it. He's already put it in. Gutsiest show ever. Dusty streams entire show off his phone. Random Rogers tech guy starts looking into internet issues and gets back 8 o'clock conscious from Dusty with his cut and injured finger.
Score bars.
Some people are calling it the most gutsy performance in the history of Edmonton sports.
It's your Rich Beverly heart attack show.
This is it. This is it. That's exactly what
I mean,
this was.
screw the flu game.
Yeah.
This
well,
is
the flu, first
flu,
of all,
flu, whatever.
Don't even get me started on the flu game. He didn't even have the flu. No, he didn't. Look it up.
Well, it
wasn't the flu.
Food poisoning, right?
Food poisoning.
It's really bad. But having a heart attack on the bench and then going to play again, that's it. The Jordan thing is to the side. It's the Rich Beverly heart attack show.
Today's not even I got beef day, but I got beef that's going to come this up. The Michael Jordan dunk from the free throw line was actually a foot inside the free throw line. And Scottie Pippen did a dunk in the contest the next year and was actually from the free throw line. Not to mention LeBron dunked from further out than MJ's dunk, and he did it in game. It's all true. They're all facts that people just don't want to. They don't want to accept. It's ridiculous. If you want your place to look as good as ours, Bruce and the Dream Team at William Huff. Bruce texted me last night because the logo was on the ice during the hockey game. He probably snuck down to Nashville and put it there. Anyway, he's like, I've made it. William Huff on the ice and with EST. How good is this guy?
You got it all.
He's the best. All right, what did we learn on the show today?
A couple of OFDM channels on the modem have impairment, according to Shoggy in St. Albert. He's literally. This is funny. People are saying, "Oh, your phone shut will take 8 hours, 10 hours, or whatever." We are getting live. This is better than Nathan the other week when you were trying to do the. He is texting us jargon that we don't understand. He's on it and doing it pro bono.
It's amazing.
So, the OFDM channels, this is the latest from Shoggy and St. Albert, on the modem have impairment. And this is not just an R issue. This is a building, he said, maybe a neighborhood network thing.
Issue. So,
hands in the air.
OFDM. I don't know if it's OFDM or Optum.
I think Optum is
probably Optum.
He submitted an outage form, now waiting for our analysis to investigate. They'll either send a tech to fix the area or say we need to book service call for your specific account.
I love it.
We should almost give him a nasty membership for free, or renew for free, or whatever it is.
You think Awanix is going to approve that? I don't even have access to that.
This might be the first, though.
Come on. All right, let's get to your sound of the day today. Oh, boy, what do we got? What do we do for sound of the day today? No, we're not doing the new Atif thing again. Let's see here. You know what? Hey, Tommy, are you okay if we're a little bit late getting into the hangout? I knew he would say yes. Let's do it. Let's play Johnston's Year 2 song. The full thing.
Edmonton Sports Talk, roaring to the top. Get ready to place your bets after listening to the Lock Shop. 6 hours at 8 and 12 after only 1 year. Like a pitcher stop house machines and then into top gear. Back to come, up to curve and YouTube trip. In a short drive with wheels out to Southport trip. Weekly afternoon just got a little bit more sweet. Burn and salad brings the heat while Gager reads the jerky meats. For everything Oilers, tune into the oil stream. And if that ain't enough, don't miss two guys and a walkie. If you're looking for insiders, tune in for Darren Dreger. If it's the NFL you're into, check out the coach, Herman Edwards. EST Hangout with Tommy and Maddie. Adding judgment to them makes the shows more classy and chatty. Even Reed Wilkins joined the EST crew. With Jamie riding shotgun and providing the glue. Orange and blue and green and gold, pre and post game. Listening to our teams, they never gonna be the same. EST rules E-Town with guys who got the red stuff. Folks like James H. Brown and a Robin Williams Love. With sponsors writing tracks like A&W and Damon Bunting like Max Damon and Ben Affleck. EST's always big guest hunting. EST and suffering from a sophomore slump. But if you're so inclined, they say the booty booze bump. The Italian Center, that's good. I'd go to Pro Am Sports every day if I could. EST's on location in your neighborhood. The morning show will give you your morning wood. There are too many shows to mention, like Riverhawks Weekly and Tommy and Melody on Saturday Hello Hockey and the VIP Golf Show with McCord and Curtis Stock. There's so much going on Edmonton Sports Talk. This song's a year to celebration on and off the court. Hashtag City Association, it's your number one source. Standing on the shoulders of Holly and John Short. EST's your place for all your Edmonton sports. They got it going on at Edmonton Sports Talk. There's so much going on at Edmonton Sports Talk. They got it going on at Edmonton Sports Talk. There's so much going on Edmonton Sports Talk.
He's right. There was so much going on at Edmonton Sports
Do
Talk
you
today.
know how they grow mushrooms? In manure.
It's in poop, yeah.
That's how this show took place today. It started.
God, it's so good.
It started from a pile of
manure.
Poop. Yep. And we've got this glorious mushroom.
Gager's already here. How late did we go?
Where's
we
Milne?
started a little bit late. I don't think.
Well, who's in the hangout?
So, Voice of the Old Kings and DVD. And Tommy.
And DVD and Tommy. Yep. And Gager. No,
I think Gager's just here early.
It's a madhouse.
Anyway, Tommy might have to stream the hangout off your phone.
Did we tell him yet? Yeah.
We did our whole show off our phone today.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a bit, so we got to the bottom of it. There's an outage in the area. It's unbelievable.
It's the mushroom show.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's exactly what. How was that
analogy?
pizza?
Yeah.
How was that pizza, you sly dog?
Yeah, like
Tommy Gazzola had a slice of the Italian Center Shop pizza today too. This is good. We like it.
Crisp undercarriage.
Well, we did it a little bit too long, but it worked out okay. Gager says you can't cook things without me.
Wow.
Great toaster oven, though. All right, text of the day today. Bring up Operator Rich's text. Do we have that one?
Just
I remember that was a good one.
Let me skate for a bit here.
Strummy was a good one here, too.
Let me skate.
Tons of text messages we got to sort
Keep
through here
keep
today.
dancing. Play a whale in the wolf here.
Holy smokes. There's that. I'll find it, too.
Good job, Nasties, today, and everybody watching and listening.
Oh, man, we got tons of Richards.
Appreciate the patience.
Oh, yeah, he had that one. That was good. Let me just see.
Operator Rich, hey?
Yeah, and then let me see what...
Did you find it?
I found his.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think we got to go with this one. So his was, there are two good ones today. Well, there's a lot of good ones, but this one, Brett Kulak, more like Brett Tulak, or Strummy, Pius got down on both knees and unplugged your internet. That's got to be the winner. I mean, if you know the backstory on Pius, it's Save On.
Deep pull.
Yeah, Strummy, congratulations, buddy. Text of the day. Throw Strummy in the mix for text of the year.
Originally had in the nasty chat, I said, text that one in. Primary assist.
It was, yeah.
I mean,
you're getting the helper. Secondary assist, probably.
Join me to A&W. Taking me out.
You got a gift certificate, 2 A&W, 2 Mama Burgers for $9.99. And on game day.
What do you say to them when you go through the drive-thru again?
You say, are you out of your mind? Isn't that it?
It's a lot.
What a show. What a show.
You need to have a little bit of a...
I took a picture of my injured finger. I'm going to put it on Twitter so people know what I went through.
As they should see it.
Yeah.
And now... It's kind of developed now. Like
You
it's
can
like
see it now.
It's like a photograph.
Right.
It's kind of
That's a cut.
crystallized. Yeah, it's a cut.
That's a cut right there. That's what that is. All right, that's going to do it for our show today. I'm off to Vancouver. I will have the BC Lions and Montreal Alouettes for you tomorrow.
Have a great
on
call.
TSN. Thanks, Eric.
You're welcome.
We got the Hangout coming up right away. If you're watching on YouTube, turn on autoplay. It'll take you right on over. Got to figure out how we're going to stream that show because my phone's got to leave with me. But we got a couple of options. So it should be good coming up on the Hangout. Back on the Lock Shop today. NFL Best Bets, Huss and Jake on the Lock Shop from 11 to 12 today. Oil Stream will be Hernan and Tommy. That'll be a lot of fun today from 12 to 1. EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gager. And then, of course, the smash hit. If you don't watch and listen to the Reed Wilkins Show, you're not living your best life. It's just that easy. Reed Wilkins Show, 3 to 6 every single day right here. Hangout is coming up next for YouTube Travel Lieutenant Eric. Shaggy in St. Albert is trying to save our internet as we speak virtually from somewhere else remotely. What a world.
Pro bono.
2020 Pro bono. I'm Dustin Nielsen. Take it easy.